everything I loved was gone, except my bond. So I tried the only thing I knew to try. I hit that bong real hard, and man, I got so high and got online. Now maybe it was the whiskey, and maybe it was the beer, and maybe it was the weed, but somehow I wound up here, laughing my ass off at some liberty means. I signed up for the Patreon group, and as strange as it seems, somehow I knew that me and you would make a real good team. Well, a few months have come and gone since then. I'm feeling better than I'd ever been. I'm back again. Just don't feel like getting high anymore. I got this big old bong that I got no use for on my floor. Now maybe I'll live forever, and maybe I'll die tonight, and maybe I'll move to Cleveland, but somehow it'll be alright. We'll be laughing our ass off at some liberty memes, saving cats and horses and fulfilling kids' dreams. LNPM, yeah, I'm with them. We make a real good team. We make a real good team.
I had a girl named Andrea Cavallini. For short, I always Happy Friday.
Need a little water.
Welcome back to Liberty Late Night. Is things working? It looks like things are working. Wow, look at all that. We had somebody on Twitch for a minute there.
Woo! Okay, hi, I'm Mary.
Hey, lad's here. Kingdom Hearts.
This is Dave.
I played that one. Hi, yeah, I'm Dave.
Don't know who we are.
Started talking to the chat.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I was just doing a shot as the curtains were opening. So, guys, happy Friday. It's January 24th, 2020
Jarrett,
or 2020.
Josh,
Depending
Brandon.
on how you want to say it.
Aaron was first.
How's
Donnie,
everybody?
Lyle, Jerry,
Hello,
Mike
fam.
Harwood.
Yay.
What's good with it?
Ray's
We're
here.
happy-
Do we know Ray's here?
Is Ray here?
And Lyle. Yep. Oh, we
Hey, Ray's here!
Yay! Arion, how are
I need
you?
more of these.
Hey, Lyle.
It's been a little while, I think, since I've seen you or had any kind of interaction. I've not really been on Facebook a whole lot lately, so that's my bad. But I miss everybody. So what's going on? Donnie Smith, how are you? Are you excited? We have Michael Hackman on tonight, guys.
Yes.
And I think this is going to be really fun. He's the deputy manager and social media manager for Vermin Supreme for his campaign.
Yeah,
So this
campaign.
is, yes, for his campaign. And also co-founder of the Libertarian Party Voluntarist Caucus. So I'm super pumped. Caleb, thank you. Caleb's the one who introduced us.
Yeah.
So
Woo!
Just
really
for Caleb.
excited. Yeah.
Loves the Will Smith.
Oh, hi, Liberty After Dark. How are you? You
See what
got
happens.
ready for tomorrow? I don't know. I didn't see anything. If you want to talk about what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yes.
I enjoyed last week. It was a lot of fun. He did it was really good. It was very interesting. We had the board out. You were,
Oh, yeah.
drawing on the screen and everything. It was a whole
Yes.
lot of fun.
It's like a slideshow.
Yeah, it was. It was really good stuff. So guys, I read this article and I want to know your feelings as libertarians, anarchists, whatever you want to call yourself. Breastfeeding in public. How does everyone feel about that? What are your thoughts? Chick-fil-A, I think, told a woman, and I don't know, it was posted on our news here, but I didn't actually read the article. I just saw the headline, and it could have been from anywhere in the country because they do that kind of stuff. But hi Trey, Aaron, what's going on? How do you guys feel about that? Like, is that the right of the business to say, like, we're not okay with that kind of thing? I mean, I feel
Maria?
like, hi Maria, I feel like,
How you doing
the
tonight?
mom's trying to feed her baby, so it should be, you're feeding a baby.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just taking your shirt off, dance
I mean, you're
around.
taking
Hi
your shirt off,
Brandon.
too,
Well, yeah, I mean,
but I'm fine with that. I don't.
you just pop it
Doesn't-
out, but should they have to cover themselves, instead of just busting out, and feeding the baby? What's up, Joel? Just in time for talk about boobs.
Boob talk on LLN.
Okay, so it's their property. So if they want to say business owners can, I think it's lame and stupid and natural. Yeah. See, I feel like, it's
That's funny. though.
it's
It's
yeah.
lame and stupid and natural.
And natural, yeah. I think a mom should be able to
Do
feed
it,
her
don't
baby.
do it.
I feel like if a company wants to say, like, you
Free
should,
the nipple.
if you should cover up, whatever, I guess that's their decision as a company. But I feel like definitely don't boot somebody out. But again, that's their business. But I wouldn't go there, because especially if I was nursing and knew that I couldn't feed my baby. Yep.
What's up, Joel?
Oh, I thought he might visit the garage. I thought he said garbage.
Oh, it's not legal to do anything against it in Oregon.
Oh,
Oregon?
okay.
You gotta say
Oregon,
Oregon,
is that?
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh,
a body
Trey's in the
part.
car. Trey's in the car. That is on private property. I mean, I felt uncomfortable when I was
What's up, Twitch person?
the Milkies. Yes. I was nervous, David and my kids not David, this David. I'm thinking of Davey was my first, and so I was like really nervous. I think by the time I had Jane though, I was just like whatever, but I just wondered what your guys, because it's like
Oh, now you're in legal trouble in Oregon.
what now?
Oregon.
Oh, no, Mary's oh shit.
For talking about it.
You
I
know,
think that'd be Popeye's style. The exploit it.
I'm gonna say Liberty After Dark.
If you breastfeed,
I
you
always
get a
tried to be
discount.
discreet. I tried to be discreet. Some women just don't care. Like, and if I'm around my family and friends or whatever, and they just pop a boob out and start feeding their baby, I'm just like, whatever. I don't really care, you know. Like, but if we're out in public, other people might be like, woo, that's, you know. So I just wondered, like, who is it? It's the property owner's right then to decide if there should be breastfeeding allowed, and or should it be covered up, or they just don't care and you can go ahead and whip a titty out anywhere and feed your baby, you know, because you're feeding your baby. That's, but I mean, some people don't. I don't know. Because my delicate sensibilities. Oh yeah. So, but I mean, I guess as a mom and I don't know. I never really cared. I don't think I never really paid attention to it anyway. But, you know, but now it just seems like it's a thing. You know, like everybody's like, "Oh, my precious eyes! I can't see that natural nipple there." You know, it's gonna. You're Facebook. Feeding your child.
The Exodus is coming.
Terrible. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, Caleb. Well, I'm glad we have YouTube. Yeah. As
we
a
have
backup.
5 platforms.
5 platforms.
If you like. We got Facebook. We got Mixer.
You have your choice.
YouTube. Twitch. We also have Periscope if you're on Twitter. Somehow you get to that. I think it might be a separate app.
I think it is a separate app. Do you have to have a Twitter account to get the Periscope?
Probably
I
not.
like to put the in front of things because that makes me sound super. Is that guy coming on today too? I mean, because I know we got Michael Hackman.
I talked to him. He might come on in the after party.
Okay.
I'd like to have him have his own Friday. I really want to talk to him.
I do too. I want him to have his own Friday, but if he wants to come on whenever, that's totally fine. It's natural. That kid's only using
Not
one.
reading that about. Very well though.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Scott. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was just curious. Hi, Bo. We were just talking about you. I pointed up to the picture that was your picture there. Bo had the meme today. I think it was today. What was that? A big tuba shoved in somebody's face.
Oh yeah,
that's
like
good, Bo,
like
right? Sean Hatchie and Frank Rock memes. Oh man, so funny. Yeah.
So we don't have any beer tonight. Well, we
I think
do. It's
so,
upstairs,
Ryan. I think
but
that's
we're
what
not
happened.
drinking beer tonight. We're drinking vodka.
Yeah.
So this should get interesting. I said it's been a while since we had a stream where I felt the need to delete it the next day. So we'll see how it goes.
We shall see.
But
What's
we're
up,
gonna,
David
we're gonna
Porter?
remain self-aware.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
We're gonna be good at least out in public here.
Yes.
Wow, how'd Facebook get up to 40?
Holy moly.
What's up, guys?
Super exciting.
Thanks for coming in.
For the folks who maybe just got here, I want to let you know that this is how we roll. And, you know, in the beginning, we just talk for about 15 minutes or so. And then we bring our guest on. And tonight's guest is Michael Hackman. And he's the deputy manager and social media manager for the Vermin Supreme campaign. Also co-founder of the Voluntarist Caucus. So we're going to...
Party, yeah.
Oh, what did I say?
No, you did.
Oh, I did say, okay.
Yeah, you can't react over there, though.
It's me. Ryan.
Yeah, no more. I don't know. Maybe someday. I don't know. This one's hovering. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What's happening?
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. Oh, there's the new Don't Take Sean Hatchie 3.
Oh, yeah.
Search for
these,
Spock.
These didn't come up last time because I put them in, but I didn't
Libertarians of the
reload
West 4, A New Hope. Check them out.
Software.
Yeah. Check them out, guys, because some good pages, you know, appear. So, hi, Will. Ah! Yes! Yamani! Oh, man.
Everybody catch Yamani's jam yesterday?
Yamani's jamming out yesterday. Oh, my gosh.
He makes
amazing.
some good music to hump to.
It's beautiful, though.
Not that we were doing that.
We
I'm
weren't
just
doing
saying,
that.
like, just
We were eating
listening to it,
nachos.
like, this would be perfect.
If we weren't eating nachos.
Yeah, I made a big tray of barbecue chicken nachos.
We love you,
I've been doing good all week. I've been on a diet. I've been on the bike every day, and then last night I'm just like,
yeah,
take a night off.
Yeah,
make a tray
good for
of nachos.
you. Good for you. Yeah.
Maria's throwing hearts for you.
Yeah, Maria likes the YouTube's people over there. Yeah, because I think it was last time or the time before that there was.
Well, I don't know if any of them are here, but the one time we had like professional moderators
last
come
week,
in.
yeah.
Last week, yeah, and they're like, "You guys need mods," and I'm like, "Oh, that'd be kind of cool, you know, if it got bigger and we needed help with it." But right now, all they would do would be ban Trey.
For saying penis.
Trey's our friend, so I don't know.
Like that guy said penis, but
I'd have to give him a list.
That's why he says it, because it makes me giggle, you know? Yeah. Yeah, new year, new me. I haven't really started that yet, but how you doing, Jared? I got to get to it. I have to. Oh, how I'm not having a good time.
Just kidding.
So I feel you both look great. Oh, how is the keto?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are for it, and I can't seem to get
Yeah,
myself to
bread's
just
tough
like.
to give up.
Like I was
Really
eating
tough.
Italian bread tonight, and I'm just like, how can I not eat this delicious bread? Oh man,
Oh, check out my shirt. I don't know why yellow is doing the green thing,
yeah.
but it looks pretty cool, I think.
Need milk and clue with the
Hey, we got
vodka.
Sparks.
Yum. Yes, yes,
Still
yes.
don't know
Hey,
what those mean.
Sparks.
But
That's
thank you.
exciting, though. Thank you. Drew, yeah, I haven't had a Kahlua and cream or a White Russian or anything like that in a while. I put this sweater on, and I found it in just a pile of things I have to like wash by hand, so they sit down here for about 6 months. Because
Oh yeah, I didn't explain that.
I hate washing things by hand, so Dave's like, I don't know, I'm not sure if that's going to show up. It's kind of a teal color, but hey, look at me, you can see me.
Yeah,
I'm
the
so
shirt
pumped.
that I thought would be.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous.
Looks
Yes,
great.
Toby, thank you for quoting me. We need to collect all of the quotes and put them somewhere, because
So yeah, now we're doing screwdrivers. I got a
yeah,
little-
here, why don't you pour some in there? I'm so nervous because Dave made these and he always makes them super strong.
I don't know
so
how to
we should
measure.
probably,
Like I know how to do one drink, but this big thing, I'm just kind of. I don't know. It might be a little strong. I'd pace yourself on it. See how it goes.
I'm not good at pacing myself. You know this.
Mary likes to drink drinks.
I like to drink drinks. I
That's
like
why
the
we got
action
that,
of like
that case
drinking
of Caliber
drinks.
out back
Yeah.
that nobody likes.
Here we go. Cheers.
Not great.
Happy weekend. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you can hide all the vodka and orange juice. So
That's what I'm saying. If you taste vodka and orange juice, then
yeah,
it's strong.
we might need a little more OJ.
I think that's all right.
I can't see the time. The water got in the way of the
Oh.
time. Oh, okay. Did you
9:48.
set a time with Michael
haven't
about coming on, or
messaged.
you
He
want to
hasn't
message him and
responded.
just see what's going on? Phone is dying. Love you all. Love you, Celeste. Oh my gosh, have so much fun. Yes, have a blast. I've been loving your pictures, living vicariously through you, just so you know. So, oh, Caleb, I'm sorry. You have so much homework. Yeah, Andy's telling me to drink. Just drink it. Shots.
shots.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
doing
not
when
that
we
one.
first
Where is it?
when
At?
in my glass. Man, I need that though.
Oh
Like,
man,
after
homework is like terrifying. Even being out of school like 20 years.
I occasionally will
nightmares,
have
as
nightmare.
many.
Thanks to Brandon Beal too. He does some amazing artwork for us.
Oh yeah,
I
threw a
love
few of
that,
those up.
dude. Yeah, so awesome. Shlaley, oh hi, yes, tell Shlaley, get on here and say hello.
Tagged. You're it.
Better not rain this weekend. It's probably gonna snow here. David, our son, our oldest, he's 10, and he is already set to go camping and fishing. And
Yes, there is.
he
Andy.
was outside the other day,
Yes,
like
there is.
shoveling out an area where he could find grass and like lay down the tarp, and then he got a new tent and he's ready to go camping. And man, I'm telling you, the kid is just like, when can we go fishing? He's like, I need it to be spring. I'll be surprised if he doesn't end up going camping outside in the
Oh, in the yard?
winter. Yeah, in the winter.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
No, he didn't do it in the winter before.
What's that? He didn't do it the winter. He didn't do, yeah. Yes, there will be an after party. Dave does not work tomorrow, so there will be an after party.
Yes, there's going to be parties, and I'm going to be broke because I'm not getting weekends. Started to freak me out. No, it's fine. I can live on 40 hours.
Yeah. Well, because, we all told you guys that we're doing the Dave Ramsey thing. What the hell am I hearing upstairs? What does that sound? Do you keep hearing, like...
I had headphones in.
Okay, I keep hearing, like, like, stuff shifting. Is it... Oh, the dishwasher's on.
Oh,
Did you?
probably,
Okay, that's
yeah.
what that is. Okay, sorry. I'm like having a little freak out moment, like...
Nobody should be up there.
Oh my gosh. We should definitely bring our guns downstairs. Wait, what? No, we lost those in a boating accident. Anyway, hey Lauren, how you doing? You can camp always. Yes. Well, I think David wouldn't even mind doing it in the wintertime, But so we're doing Dave Ramsey, also the program. I always say that. We're doing the Dave Ramsey program. What's up, Juan? And even
We're ish.
yeah, well, we're trying
We
really
haven't
hard,
gotten
but
the envelopes out yet.
but David is listening to it too, little Davey, and
probably
he's
would,
like,
Andy.
he's memorized the phone number, he's memorized
Yes,
the
he
whole
was, he
thing.
was saying the whole intro all day.
It does. Yes,
I'll tell you
thank
what,
you,
though,
Jared.
Andy, we are cutting, not cutting back. We're finding better deals. I'm cutting back. I've done good this week.
I drank pumpkin beer the last 2
Yeah.
days because
Because it was
because
like,
I want to drink beer, but it's Dave's
like
like,
$10
this is
for a
what's on
case.
sale.
oh, today it was nice. They must have got like a haul, all kinds of IPAs. I got a chocolate orange stout
You're right,
for
Andy.
$13 for a case.
Ooh,
That's amazing
hey,
for a
Sean
stout.
Hatchie, it's about to be
Are
lit
you
here.
at Applebee's again? We're gonna have to check in live at Applebee's
Mm-hmm.
if Michael doesn't respond anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this cool big beer
Yeah, never pay
distributor
full price. Yeah.
where it's like close to expiring or out of season. You know, I'm getting all the summer stuff and the fall stuff right now, and you get
So I
it
was
like,
drinking
like
pumpkin
half price.
beer in January.
Get like $5 cases of, if you don't mind,
Yes, Arion.
malt beverages and stuff.
Yep. Man, I know like my parents probably tried to instill some of that into me, especially my dad. He grew up with 5 sisters and my mom was an only child. Excuse me, but I think for my dad and his dad growing up, like his dad grew up in the Depression era, so there was a lot of that happening for my dad being taught, so my dad is really good with that, like pay cash for it and save and whatever. If you don't have the money for it, then you just don't buy it, kind of thing. Tightening the what is it, the belt, when it comes to
Gibbs. I was going to say exactly what he just said. Sean Hatchie is our Applebee's on the scene correspondent.
But that's awesome. But yeah, I'm happy that my kids are learning about this stuff, So, and David really is like, you guys work on it and don't go into debt for Christmas. He was like telling us like, please don't do that.
And we didn't.
And we didn't. Yay, cheers.
No credit cards for Christmas.
Yep. So it was good. Yeah, Sean Hatchie, you are now our Applebee's correspondent, and we're gonna have to get little things, and you're gonna have to get a thing and go like Andy or.
I wonder if we got our time zone straight. I don't know if the time zone he's in.
Sean, are you here? I don't know. Did you talk to him about that?
I assume.
Did he know? Somebody tag him. Tag Michael Hackman in the comments.
Well, I'm messaging him.
I know. I need more orange juice in this stuff, Dave. Just so you know.
I said Eastern, but I don't know. Okay.
So next week, who did we talk to today, Dave?
Next week we have
Next week's gonna be super exciting.
another presidential candidate that we just confirmed tonight.
Yep. Right there, Mark.
Mark.
It's okay. It's okay.
Put me on the spot.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
And now we're both.
Yeah. Mark Whitney.
Mark Whitney.
I knew it was with a
That's
W.
what
I
it
wanted
was.
to make sure I got it right before I said it wrong. Dude, you guys, it's going to be so much
'cause
fun. We talked to him on phone.
he's
Put
entertaining.
a little, yes.
I was going
like
through
half
his
there.
Facebook page, and he went to school for comedy. Like he went to a comedy college or something.
Dude.
Unless that's
It's
a
gonna be
joke.
fun. Well, who knows? But
What's up, John Kaufman?
hi, John. Yeah. Tag somebody. It's Sean Hatchie all the time. Yes. So, he's going to be on next week, and it's going to be it's. He said, "Buckle up." I mean, we had so much fun talking to him.
Yeah. Didn't
Sorry,
take
my
long.
daughter was moving around. It's going to be a good time. So. Sorry, I got quiet for a second.
So we got the coronavirus in the U.S. now. That's exciting.
Yeah, how far has it gotten?
It's in Chicago. Well, I think there was one in on the West Coast, Washington,
Yeah.
and now we got one in Chicago. And it's funny because last night some of our friends were playing it recently, and they said it was really fun. Is that not Virus Incorporated or Plague Incorporated or something like that? It's a mobile game.
The game that you were playing last
So
night.
I downloaded it and started playing it last night, and I'm like, this is really fun. And now I see how this is all going to go down.
Yes.
I just hope we don't all get the symptoms that I put into my virus.
Oh, did you ask to speak to a manager, Aaron?
Oh, one in New Jersey. I didn't hear about that one.
Oh no! Yikes!
Cali and Tennessee, Washington, Chicago, California, and Tennessee.
Was that the weird person?
41. Oh, okay, yeah. Plague
That you saw?
Incorporated.
One's like
yeah.
somebody's acting strange on the train.
That was her. They got her.
Oh my gosh! Oh, dude, stuff freaks me out, but I shouldn't be too freaked out because.
I mean, SARS was a big
Right?
deal.
Hi,
And they
Daniel.
keep saying they're like 800 people died from that. And that's horrible. That's a lot of people, but out of how many billion people on the planet?
Yeah. Oh, Scott's going to Chicago next week. Can't wait to drink coronavirus. You be safe.
Make sure you use lime and salt. That way you can't get it.
Oh, yes. Oh, what was swine flu like? I mean, oh gosh. You didn't die though. So that's good. Yeah.
Did you die though?
She says she didn't die.
No. I don't know. I'm skeptical. Did she die?
No. Rachel, David, Mary, you need to have Adam Kokesh on. Okay, let's bring him on. Bring him on, dude. I want him on.
I just never
let's bring him on.
him.
Yeah, let's. Adam Kokesh, writing it down right now. Let me rage. Yeah, I would love to have him on. Why not?
Literally was just the flu.
Adam Kokesh. With exclamation points, just so Donnie knows. 3 exclamation points and 3 underlines. And an arrow. And
Measles.
a star.
Wow.
There we go.
That's like old school, right?
All right, we're going to contact him. Can we
Nobody
use your
does
name? Can we
measles
name drop
anymore.
Donnie Smith? Can we be like, hey? Can we do that?
Does he know you?
Can we do that? Wait, what? Who had measles? Oh, gosh. You got measles 8 years ago? That's not that long ago. Why do I always feel like measles are like...
Let me see.
What?
Is it going that bad?
Ryan, you got... We're just waiting for our guest. We're just waiting for our guest.
That's a good question. Were you vaccinated?
Were you vaccinated? Yeah. Okay, name drop Donnie Smith. All right, that's cool. Uh-oh, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
See how quick the latency is.
Name drop Donnie Smith. All right.
Latency's horrible. Either that or you're a slow typer.
All right, I'm doing it.
Or maybe
I
it's a
even
lot
put
of
heart.
words. But usually knock-knock jokes
Hackman.
don't have a whole lot of words till the end.
They were African measles. The fuck? There's different kinds of measles? Are you shitting me?
That's the joke. Knock knock. I love the fuck out
I love the fuck out of you too. Good
Oh wait,
joke.
no, we didn't do it right. I love the fuck out of you guys. Who? Were you just bouncing back and forth? I don't know. He's not responding to my messages.
Where I know, yes, he's not. He was on 53 minutes ago, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Baby Yoda. Hi, Charles.
You have a generic profile
delay is
picture.
big because the more delay on YouTube because of the multi-streams.
Oh.
I don't know. Is it worth
Yeah,
it?
I think
Let me work it. Flip my thing down.
because
Flip whatever
it
it
has
said.
to go to restream and then restreams.
And then restreams.
That's and I was kind of curious if
I'm just making that up.
it's really nice to just be able to do that, and if it wasn't so dang expensive, I'd throw the Facebook on there too.
Yeah. All right, give me a shot.
You're drinking alcoholic drink. You
I
already-
know, but that has extra. Okay, put more in there then. That's fine. Go ahead. Thank you, Donnie. Thanks. You're gonna message him. Okay, put more because we orange juiced it up a little bit, but now it's a little too much
Time to
orange
hot
juice. You
rod it
can't
up,
find
baby.
the
How about if I
right
just
balance.
Put some of this in there?
Yeah, do that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Yes.
close.
Thank you. It's gonna be yes.
Isn't that
Huckleberry
two
bean.
shots? Oh, Mary did one to begin with.
I did one in the very beginning, right before
But there
everybody,
was
right
no
before when the
time
curtain was
for
opening.
you to
Yeah.
even-
Yep.
To even be involved.
So tomorrow we're going to be heading out to a memorial benefit for Dave's uncle who passed away in September. He had a massive brain aneurysm suddenly
out of
on
nowhere.
Labor Day weekend. Yeah, out of nowhere. And tomorrow we're going to be going. There's going to be all kinds of stuff like wings and beer and Chinese auctions and bake sales and all kinds of stuff. And
Wings.
a bunch of people are going to be hanging out, so we're really excited to go to that to see some family and friends and be with everybody and raise money for 3 great causes. Actually, one is for the, I think it's just the Aneurysm Foundation, or is it Brain Aneurysm Foundation? Our local Shriners Hospital and also our local Humane Society too. So
It's a lot of charities.
yeah. But he was well known, a lot of people.
they're very social people.
Very social people, always on the go, and it's just a shock. Like when you see somebody, you look at them and you think, wow, they're healthy, they're going, they're young, and then that happens. So we're gonna go hang out with the fam, and the kids are gonna be there, and I think Yansu is gonna be really excited to see the little ones because she hasn't seen them in a while. So oh well, that's whack. Thanks, Andy. Thank you, Johnny. I super appreciate that. Yeah.
I turned Mary up a little bit. I don't know if that's too much.
I usually talk really loud. I mean, I get excited, so I talk really loud.
Oh, that's probably why I have it down.
Mm-hmm. So, did you guys see our interview last week? We had Michael Pickens. Pickens.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm like, there's Michael and then Michael, and yeah, I'm trying to... He was a lot of fun to talk to.
He was.
And oh man, just like, what was it like?
The level up stuff.
Level up. Yeah, I need to do some leveling up. So, but it was good. It was a fun show. So if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube.
I even cut
or
out
Facebook.
just the interview for YouTube.
Oh, how nice!
So you don't have to see all this nonsense ahead of time.
You were quarantined, Aaron. Okay, so who else around you had these measles? How did you get these measles? How many other people were quarantined? Is he joking? I mean, this is... No, why would you joke about measles? Yeah. I'm going to turn my envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Are you starting a diet for realsies? Because...
You know what time zone he's in, Donnie? I didn't even look. Well, he should be in ours. I don't know if he's in the area. I don't know.
I'm starting my diet Monday. College kids get it. Uh-oh, what's that mean?
Is that like what's her name? Diet starts tomorrow.
I've been not great about that, but that's okay. So, how's the thing going with Trump? He's doing.
Is everybody glued to the TV watching the impeachment proceedings?
I don't watch regular television.
You guys, not you guys either. What's up,
Hi, Jamie.
Thanks for coming in. I love that entry.
That was phenomenal.
I feel like that's from something.
Oh yes. Oh, Central Time Zone. Okay.
I hope he's not like mentally an hour behind. Oh well.
Johnny says that he is Central Time. Yeah. So what if he thinks that's like an hour?
It's possible.
Yeah. I'm starting my diet in 1986.
Good.
Wow.
Joel Romeo is fit.
From him.
I've seen pictures.
Dude.
Posted in my group. Provocative pictures.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a while back he posted some pictures. Back when the guy's calendar was coming out.
Oh,
he's like, "Oh,
really?
you think that's nice?"
I didn't see.
Yeah, you ain't seen any of this.
I didn't see any
that's
of
for
that.
our Patreon $100 plus club. If you want to see me topless.
I didn't know that was there. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All I know is Orange Man bad. Wait, who's saying that?
Yeah, I heard that
overnight. I plan on driving, but suddenly my license picture they've had for a year is too blurry. Who said that? Scroll up a little bit. Who said that? I couldn't see
with the T at the end.
Oh, suddenly.
Wow.
All of a sudden. Oh, that sucks, Mike. Dude, I'm so sorry.
Has there been malarkey? I've seen like murmurings of malarkey, but I don't think that malarkey was actually occurring. They were just talking about old malarkey.
You started yoga yesterday.
But we're trying to keep track.
Oh, you wearing Lululemon? Bit tight in the crotch, huh? Yeah,
David Lynn has been
I've
watching.
never. Oh, David has been watching the impeachment.
There's
have not.
one.
Yeah.
No, I heard on the news this morning that the lady said that the first day of this part in the Senate, they had like 11 million viewers, and then it dropped off, but they didn't say what it dropped off to.
The impeachment?
So I'm guessing it's probably an embarrassing number.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because
everyone's
as
like whatever.
The media, the news is just part of the political theater.
Yeah.
They're working together, so if their show isn't going well, I'm sure they're not going to promote that aspect of it.
Yep. Hey, what's up, Court? Run from Andy.
Somebody's hiding in Mixer.
Oh yeah, I bet Andy won't find me here.
Can't block you there. Go get him,
Oh,
Andy.
Mike, what season?
Oh, Mary likes Dexter.
Yep.
Oh, I'm hovering.
Good show. We are waiting on our guest.
Or we're just gonna hang out. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
we're
We've
waiting.
done shows like this too.
The messenger's open, so we'll see when he sees it. But it's Michael Hackman. We're just waiting on him for the folks who have tuned in to see him. We're just waiting to hear back from him to get him onto the show. So I don't know that we ever really established that Eastern time
I said
zone.
Eastern, but I don't
Okay.
know if I emphasized it.
Okay.
It's
The
weird
media is the fourth branch. You're right.
when we start getting involved with people on the internet and you're like worldwide. It's like we get Kane on here and I got to figure out what time it is in Australia. But actually, I
Yeah.
don't because he doesn't have a clock, so he doesn't care what time it is.
Ninja Cat. Who doesn't have a... Hello.
What?
Who doesn't have a clock?
Kane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. We got to talk to Kane in the after party.
Yeah, he got to come on.
Last week. Oh, man. It was so much fun.
I put
Hey,
time
Laura.
zones on
How are
everything.
you? How are you?
What's up, Laura?
I saw you guys had like a date night. It was really nice. It looked like good drinks, and I can't remember if there was food.
Hey, not
but I saw the
bad.
drinks.
Not bad at all, Ninja Cat, and welcome to the show.
Oh, good for you. Good for you, Ninja Cat. Yes.
As long as you ain't
Jean's
stopping
brother
propaganda.
is the guest. Some fun things going on over there in the YouTubes. Yeah. So, but what is happening? Like, do we think that Trump's going to get the boot?
Not at all.
No.
The only question is how is this going to affect the big show election time?
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
a lot of what I heard is that this is a epic fail on the part of the Dems, and it's
You
just
mean Nancy Pelosi wasted money on pens?
personalized pens for this momentous
Momentous occaon
Momentous
that we
occasion?
probably paid for. Definitely paid for. you
Definitely,
mean?
yeah. I'm sure it came
Oh,
out of
God, it
her
was so
office.
great. I'm glad.
funds.
Yay. Oh, and then Aaron says it was awesome to have a real date for the first time in forever. Yay! They
Isn't
both
it?
had a wonderful time. I'm so happy for you guys.
Oh yeah, you put Minecraft on anything,
I know that.
you're gonna.
Dave and I didn't get out for a long time.
I should put Minecraft in every
I can
YouTube
feel
title
it
that
'cause
we
I'm
do.
home with the
Then
kids
we
all
get
the
kids.
time. It's just like crazy. So when we get out to have like a real like date, so nice to like eat food and not be touched. And I'm just like, this is a real date, you know? We're not like grocery shopping,
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah,
shopping.
we didn't get, sometimes we do that. That fuck
Chachi!
Trump. Jose the other day at work, he was messing with Mike because Mike's like, I never thought of him as a big Trump supporter, but he's a Trump supporter.
Is he?
He's like, yo man, because Jose, yo man, Trump's racist. Like he comes over to me, he's like, yeah, I got him all worked up. I just keep saying Trump's racist, man.
Oh no!
And so he's over his work area and he's going to get on his jitney, and I catch eyes with him, and he grabs this piece of cardboard and opens it up, and it says "fuck Trump" really
Oh
big,
my gosh.
in spray paint. And as an anarchist, it's hilarious to me because I love to watch red versus blue fight,
Yes, that's
just like
fun.
just like Halo,
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that's fun.
Yeah.
Where is Yes, we're waiting for him. It might just be. Oh,
Oh.
look at. I believe.
Or is that old? No, that's old.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sorry.
never mind. False
Okay,
alarm.
never mind. Sorry, we got. In just a little bit, yes. Adult weekend. Oh, I bet you. Oh my gosh, Laura, that would be.
What's up, Keynes is a clown?
Oh man.
Thank you very much.
Time out from reality for a bit is so necessary.
We'll even go to the bar and just sit there and play on our phones,
Yep.
like facing each other.
Yay! You
And
love
like,
that one. Thank you.
this is meme.
Yeah, you see this thing, or
But
like
you're
we
not
sit there
getting.
and, like,
You're not getting.
yeah,
I'm hungry. Hungry.
yeah. My kids are always hungry. Oh no, you're fine. That's okay. My kids are constantly hungry, and I wonder if it's a homeschool thing.
I think it's they just like I'm watching them. Like they're not hungry. They just want to rule you. Like they want to
They wanna
make you
flex
do
on me.
something. Yeah. They're just flexing on you. They're like, I bet you. Like and it's all. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. It's just all in the back of their brain. It's like some like
Yeah, just subconscious thing that they
Yeah.
have to do.
like the
yeah.
reptilian part just saying
Yeah.
like make her do what you want
Yeah.
because it feels good.
And then it's sometimes like Jane will, she's 5 and she'll
Hey,
just cry
Juan.
for me and for something for nothing though, but I'm like, what do you need? And she's like, I'm like, you don't even need me. you
Whatever. Look at this.
right. Oh Hatchie was with you guys on your date. Oh, how fun is that? It's going to be even better when we're all together hanging out, like at an Applebee's all together. I don't know. Will Aaron go to an Applebee's?
I'll go to Applebee's, man.
I'll go to an Applebee's.
People rip on it, but it's decent food, decent prices. $1 apple martini things or Ritas.
Margaritas, yeah. Yep.
We got the update on that last week. Well, Tuesday. If you're in Liberty Memes community group, every other week we do a Tuesday stream in there, and the other weeks we do a Tuesday stream in the Liberty Memes Patreon group.
Yes.
Because we believe in what they're trying to accomplish. So we're patrons.
We're going.
That's where we were born, and that's where we.
Yeah.
That's our home base.
We're going between the two places on Tuesdays. So.
Wait, no, he's in.
on the Snapchat.
And he went to Twitch.
Oh my gosh.
I think Quartz in what's the other one?
Hi, Jason. Oh, this is my favorite cesspool. It is. It's
Mixer.
crazy. Thanks for the sparks.
Don't know what it means.
Wait, they attempt to assassinate you? Tell me more. Yeah.
They did me too. I think they do it with the margaritas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet, Caleb. We're just waiting. It might be just a miscommunication on time zones, actually. So,
what's the episode you want to call?
They
I think
gave
he
you the
left.
extra,
He's off making a Mixer account right now.
the extra drinks.
Oh yeah. The
Mm-hmm.
the dollar Ritas. They just hand them, like, I didn't even ask for it. Like, it's like they're refilling my water. And I'm like, I got kids at the table with me.
And I'm like, move over, Dave. No, I'm just joking. So, funny thing, happened
What's
today.
a reptilian voice?
Where, I don't know, Hillary?
Gamer.
Sound like Hillary?
I can't do a Hillary impression.
Oh, we got to read Joel's because it's always good stuff. Same name. I missed my life. Oh, yep.
Where's my mouse? There it is.
Wait, hi, who now?
Oh,
Stormy.
mushrooms. That's
okay.
how they're trying to assassinate him, with mushrooms. He's allergic.
Oh my gosh.
$1
really?
drinks equals $100.
Yes, keep drinking.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
go over there.
I don't think that we stream enough to really monetize or
You
anything
did
with
it,
Twitch.
Dave. Yeah, we did it.
Did he make? He's chasing him around all 5 platforms. Go on
Yes.
Periscope. Nobody's been on there yet.
Dollar long necks. Do you know that I wrote a note to myself like 4 years ago? The Nightmare note about like, hey, I'm trying to do stuff. I'm trying to accomplish goals.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
And like you're like wrecking it for me.
What?
I was like, I got on my blog again. Like I was able to log in. I remember my password after like 5 tries, and I was reading through just some of the old stuff. It's been like 4 years since I posted, but I was like, oh my gosh, it was a note from Daytime Mary to Nighttime Mary.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
Back
like,
then.
wow, that's been a long time that Night Mary's been
Okay,
ruling.
so. No. I am your father.
What does marble cake taste like? What?
Well, here, do you know the difference between goth and emo? I think goth has more makeup. Liberty After Dark, what does marble cake taste like? It tastes like every other cake, I think. Because I think all cake basically tastes the same, unless it's like super chocolate or it gets sprinkles in it. Rippy.
Who is this? Who's Storm?
Oh, look, I got the same look as my picture here.
I love that.
I do too. It's really cool.
I love it because, like, I don't even remember when I made that face, but just that it's like.
Oh, we got higher resolution in Twitch. Twitch is made for streaming. It's like
high resolution over here. Oh, but my name sucks. Oh, Maria, can you change your name? I mean, I think it's fine. I'll just say Maria, but. 24 days to finish. 6-pack. Good for you, Aaron.
wow.
It's taken me 6 days to finish. No, that's a lie too.
Yeah.
I was gonna reverse the numbers, and I'm like, no, that's also a lie.
3-4 days for a case at max.
I like beer, so.
And you're good at it. You should work on your strengths.
Is that a strength, though? I feel like that might be a weakness.
Does that mean something?
Yay! Cheer 100. Is that a good thing? Yay!
Or is that just something you typed? I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to explain, like,
I love beer.
if you know what these things mean, like, what are sparks? That's the only thing, I guess. Is cheer 100 a thing? Cheer 100 a thing.
You gotta tell us all these things.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're like, list
I just
one
put the
thing.
video out there and then see what happens. No, you can't.
No, you
and you
can't.
shouldn't start.
Don't.
Beer
Don't
is the
even.
cause and cure of all of life's problems. Oh,
Oh,
cool.
awesome. Thank you. Fantastic. Cheers. Woo!
That'd be funny, like that. What's his name? The new YouTuber the kids are
Mr.
watching.
Beast.
Like if
Yeah.
he were to
Well,
come
he's
on one
not-
of our
he's new
streams
to
and like
us,
start
yeah.
throwing things at me, I'm like, I don't know what that means, dude, but it's a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah. I had math. Coors Light is healthier than Coca-Cola. I believe it though.
It's still funny because it's only showing one person in Twitch, but it seems like there's a lot of people there
Yeah. Yay. Hey, cheers 500. Hey, thanks.
from YouTube. Wow.
Bit enabled
Yeah.
to receive the. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
I have to. You have to like stream so many times a week, and you have to have so many
Okay,
hours in.
Andy's on both sides there.
Whoa.
He's playing both sides.
He's trying to jump between all. I want to see how many platforms can Andy say hi
Andy.
in
At once.
at once.
Yeah, so we started watching Mr. Beast, and it's a lot of fun though. Like he's a good guy. He must. David says that he invested in like
Cryptocurrency. Or something.
cryptocurrency and made like a bajillion
That's a lot of
dollars,
cheers.
and he just has a bunch of money, and he's just giving it. He gives it away, you know.
Yeah.
And he'll like go on to like live streams.
And then
like, in
once
the
you start giving
gaming-
away money, then you get more subscribers, you get more money.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
now
that's
he
true.
gave
Yeah,
away like
that's
$1
true.
million. Like he had this case of $1 bills in plastic, and he had like 5 people there, and they all had to keep their hand on it. And last one to lift their hand off got to keep the million.
Do you know that they had to fight for that spot though in the thing? Like in that part, there was like
Oh, there was
videos
stuff
leading
leading
up
up to
to
it?
that.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
where
doubt
they
it,
had to
yeah.
like stand on this like rope. For oh my gosh, I think they stood on this. 4 people stood on this rope. I think it ended up being like 38 hours over a pool, and I'm like, how did you not piss your pants? You know, like just and. Finally, the girl just dropped down, and the guy.
It was rough
so he
watching
got a chance
people.
to like
Yeah.
go put his hand on the $1 million. Yeah, yeah. But
It was rough watching
yeah.
the people who just like you're like
Vortex.
36 hours into it, and they're just sitting there, and they're kind of zone out, and then they're like move their hand like this to readjust.
Yeah, but
And it's
this
just like, you're
after
out.
how much
Yeah.
no sleep. Who
What's
somebody
up, Dodgers
pooped in
Blue?
a bucket, like
Oh, did
they,
they?
out of a car, out of a
Oh, because
one
they're
of
trying to
those
win the car.
Teslas, yeah. Nice.
Fantastic. Right.
Thank you. Hey Dodger, what's up?
Hey, we got 2 people on Twitch allegedly.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know who anyone is, so it's all good. But it's fun. It's fun to watch him. It's fun to watch
Lads trying out
him
masks.
give away the money to people and everything.
5 platforms.
It's great to see the people's reactions when they receive the money. They're just doing their little thing on Twitch or whatever streaming.
Oh, yeah, he
platform
just-
they're
he
on.
just
He
bombed
does
somebody.
gaming. Yeah, he goes on
And
to like
he'd
gaming.
throw like $10,000 at him.
Yeah. I feel like I need to. My seat feels like it's moving forward.
Like tilting forward?
Tilting forward, yeah. I'll just tilt back. Yeah, I'll lean back.
Wait a minute.
Lean
that
back.
long?
Yeah. I don't have a clue.
That's
So,
more talk.
Again, I'm
Whoa.
just going to say one more time that we're just waiting for our guest, Michael Hackman, hopefully, who will.
Yeah.
Hopefully everything's okay. I pray that everything's okay for him. That and maybe it's just a.
Oh,
He
just
saw
it. We saw you saw it.
He saw the. You're gonna have to. Oh! All right, hang on 1 second.
My guess is the time zones. Let's see what it is. I hope it's that. I hope it's not like something happened.
Right. I hope everything's okay. I'm gonna drink some water. We're looking at the conversation over here with Michael. See what's going on. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, you're on Periscope? It wouldn't work? That's what I'm wondering, if people come in on Periscope and I just have no connection with them.
Ask if he still wants to. Is he good? That guy? You know, like over there. Pay attention to the messenger. Oh, you want me to move?
Yeah, I moved the mouse, so I should just... Don't leave. Don't leave me. Okay.
I'm still here. I'm giving Davis space so he can type.
What time is it? Wow, yeah, we did. We were good at filling time.
Yeah. Yepers.
So 2014 and 2019.
Oh, he's firing up the laptop,
Okay.
guys. Okay, someone tag us. Caleb's still here too, because I know he was hanging out and ready and waiting. Wait, what was that?
I didn't say I'm deleting it. It's more of a joke.
I'm just gonna put my ears in so I'm ready. Gosh. Why is everything all twisted up?
Kids, probably.
Yeah, or me.
Oh, I was moving around when it might have been me.
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb's still here.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, he's still here. I'm here.
You don't have to holler.
Sorry.
This is going to be even more interesting because now we're warmed up.
Yes. I can really
So what I
hear
realized
that.
when I was checking for guests in the future and stuff,
Coronavirus. It's not real, so.
that we're going to be streaming on Valentine's Day.
How
Yeah.
do people?
So we're not
Feel
going
about
on a
that?
date. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't usually.
Going to get some.
We don't
crown.
usually, huh? Yeah. What do we do? I think forever we've just like grilled steak and eaten it at home or nothing, even just like
I
whatever.
won't plan anything, and then the day of, I'm like freaking out at work and like I should have did something, and I'm like looking at like ordering flowers, and I'm like, I'm not spending $120 to send flowers. We've been married too long.
We've done live streams. It's been like probably a year, but just a couple where we were like on a date
Trey's making
or
fajitas.
after the date. You know, like we're hanging out outside the bar. But yeah, let us 40th will you? Yeah, but no, it'd be super fun. Yeah, it would be.
You go stream.
It would be a good time. All right, Ninja Cat.
Thanks for coming in.
You sure you don't want to stay and hang out?
I see you, John Jay. Why were you getting
Yes, John Jay.
invisibled?
Sometimes
Facebook's
that happens.
horrible.
Yeah, Facebook
Horrible.
is rough. Rough.
It's like somebody has like 6 viewers and Facebook's just like, nah, not going to show your comment.
I know. Well, that happened the other day too. Yeah. Do a stream from your phone. Yes, we should. We will. It'll be fun.
It indeed
We
does.
don't mix it with vodka. Okay, so let me see. Should I don't know. Now I'm just nervous that I've just been drinking too much vodka.
Have some water. Chill out for a minute. I know you want to, but it's nice to have something to sip on.
I drank some water.
I already drank water
Already
today.
drank
The
water,
meme
Dave.
told me, drink some water, you stupid bitch. I'm just saying what the meme says.
Yeah, oh sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
All right, we're just waiting on his laptop to boot up, so the flash would probably
Please say Grubhub, because
yeah, you're not gonna take it to Olive Garden, right? I know, right? Pour me a shot in here.
2, please,
saying?
for me and the lady.
The lady. What if does the flashlight identify as a lady though? You have to ask
I guess
this one.
it's your.
No, I meant actual vodka, like real vodka.
You just want vodka.
Straight vodka. Yeah. It was water the other day.
How do you spell health funny? Because yeah, that's the meme. When you drank a glass of water yesterday, health.
That's good.
Only you'd spell it different.
That's good.
You know the meaning.
All right, and then I'll take the juice drink after this. So.
I think it's fine to take a
Aaron
flashlight
is
to
on
Applebee's.
Periscope. Andy is just all over it.
Is he on Periscope? Who
Can I
says?
see him? Andy says it, but you mean he's on it, or he's? Is he?
Oh, Aaron Kentner's on Periscope. So
Yeah.
is there like no interaction with Periscope? Because I'm gonna complain to the manager.
Absolutely. The manager of Periscope, or no, the manager of
Restream.
Restream. Yeah. So, all right, here we go.
I'm like, what am I not paying
Shot
for?
of vodka, and then put more orange juice drink in this glass when I'm
What
done.
am I, a bartender? I guess because I have the cooler next to me.
You are the bartender, baby.
Health. There you go, John Jay.
Woo! I meant the liquid orange. I meant the drinky drink. I'm sorry. That's okay.
We're
No,
almost-
put some in here. It's all
Okay.
good. I won't. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, they don't.
How do you not have any
That's
crown?
so dumb. Okay, wait. What's? Oh, booting up. He's saying booting up.
How you doing that, man? I'm warmed up.
I don't know. I can't be a guest after March 1st. So sad. Wait, you can't be a guest after March. Why? Johnny, you need to explain.
Explain yourself. Water shouldn't taste good.
Drink count's way up, by the way, guys.
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry.
Probably about 6 for me.
Should we have Berman on again sometime? I think we should. Water should taste like water.
Gosh.
If your water doesn't taste like water, then you're in trouble.
Hold on, something about water tasting really good.
You're probably
Oh.
gonna
Joel,
or is
shit,
that-
when was it your birthday? Just the other day, right?
Is it like
Tell me it was
the
like
water tasting good, or
yesterday?
the water tasting good to you means you're probably gonna die? That's probably what it is. Probably
Of
when your
course,
body's like,
Tony.
this is the most delicious thing I've ever drank. Then that means you're severely dehydrated. This is gonna be awesome.
Yes, this is going to be so much fun. Oh my gosh, poor Michael. He's about to come on. We're pretty warmed up, guys. Fake news on the drink count, right?
Oh yeah.
Up it.
Guess.
Up it. It's
Give me
like
everybody in the comments, give me a guesstimate. Because I think I'm on 3 or 4.
that drink count is more fake news than Biden is a malarkey.
I'm gonna give Mary.
I'm going to
4.
give me like 5. I had 2 beers before. Well, I had a beer at dinner and then a beer before the show.
Those
and
don't
then...
count.
Okay, those don't count.
I'm gonna give you 5 anyways. Though.
John Jay, when was your birthday? And you only 3, Dave? Get out of here with that. Okay, when was Joel's birthday and when was John's birthday? I need answers. The other day? The 23rd?
57.
I know I don't drink enough water.
What's
That
up,
was
Michelle?
yesterday then, Joel.
good.
Happy belated birthday. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
There you go.
And happy birthday to John Jay, who he might just be joking around and his birthday was in like July.
You never know. You never know with that guy.
Right? In
Oh,
August. See, I knew it. Yep. Same day as last year's. Yeah.
Mary
Joel's
5, Dave
was the
6. Is that your
23rd.
guess? No,
Mary
I'm
5,
not
Dave
ahead of
6.
Mary.
Okay.
Mary's doing shots. I haven't done a shot yet. All of my drinks have been mixed. I had that energy drink and vodka before the stream.
But that doesn't count. But it does count, but
I
it
count
doesn't
that
count.
one.
I don't know. I did a shot upstairs too, so
And then-
whatever. I've had enough. Not enough.
2. I'm actually only like... Oh, I am 3. I wrote down 3. Oh, it should be 4. I'm going to guess 4. 'cause
It should be 8.
They're strong.
That was a good day. Oh, Joe, I'm glad yesterday. No shit. That was a good day. Oh, Gibbs says happy 35th, Joel. Yes, happy 35th birthday.
Wow, 35 already.
They grow up so fast.
Look at that dog.
Yes. Oh,
It's a
who is
puppy
that
dog.
with the puppy dog?
It's a turbo banana
Turbo
dog.
banana. We're just
Dog.
hanging out. Just a few more minutes, I think. And oh, I see some typing going on, so we're all
Cheddar
good.
green chili nuts.
Wait, what?
I just throw nuts on there. Is that like a
Like
real
ground
nut, or is
nuts
that
and
like
cheddar green chili nuts? What?
just a crunchy
Cheddar
thing?
green chili nuts. What's that? What? Oh yeah. Oh, Michael, it'll be fine.
I don't think he's watching, but
That's fine. I'm saying it anyway. So,
yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be right back. Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah, we'll play the little bumper thing for a while. I'm gonna
Okay.
just start this.
Dave's gonna do the.
I learned
He's
to
gonna get
start
ready
ahead.
to call
That's all
our
right.
guest.
Yeah. So we'll be right back.
1928. Yeah, we'll be right back, guys, with Michael Hackman.
I don't know what those flags mean. Nobody could hear anything. Okay, now they can hear it.
Yes.
Turn the mics on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Here we
got
go.
a little warmed up, Michael. I
Yeah,
apologize.
we've been drinking vodka just for the
Having
time.
some drinks.
Looks like it.
All right, everybody. Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Yes,
Michael
we're
Hackman.
doing great. This is Michael Hackman, Deputy Manager and Social Media Manager for Vermin Supreme Campaign, and also co-founder of the Libertarian Party Voluntarist Caucus. Did I say that right? Or is it... Did I do okay there? Awesome. Okay. Oh, Michael, I'm so glad that you're here. Yes.
Very excited.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this is wonderful. So I like to ask people first thing first about their journey to liberty, because I find that not a lot of folks have grown up in a libertarian or anarchist or whatever type household. What was it like growing up for you? Was there a lot of politics? And how did you find your way to being outside of the box, Republican, Democrat kind of stuff?
Well, my family was ultra Republican.
Okay, yeah. Ultra, extra Republican.
They're
Like-
shit
like-
Republicans.
As Republican as you can possibly get. So,
Yes.
I grew up not really understanding anything about libertarianism. I thought that basically Republicans were the keepers of liberty.
Yes.
So come to find out, about 2013 or 14, I think I started hearing about the Libertarian Party and looked into it, and basically it was everything that I believed that the Republicans were, save for a
What
couple
they
things,
said.
of course. But, yeah. So, but I started looking at, coming to the party, and it ended up being quite the shit show. Pardon my language, but
No, that's fine.
Oh, we're already dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, it's all right.
okay. No, it just there was a lot of people, not as receptive to I mean, basically, I went from Republican to anarchist almost immediately within a couple 3 months.
Yep.
Yep.
And
It's a steep
yeah,
slope.
and there was a lot of people that I had found within like libertarian chats and things that weren't super receptive to that type of person, I guess.
Sure.
And I saw all the infighting and the little factions and different things, and decided probably the party politics stuff wasn't for me. So I pretty much moved right past the LP pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm a member of the Indiana Party and the National Party, and starting a caucus, all because of Vermin Supreme and people like him. So
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's so great.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of did that too. Like I hit the Ron Paul ramp, jumped right over the Libertarian Party, and landed in ANCAP.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yep. So
I was a
you
little
understand
slow
totally.
going, but yeah, Dave was he was on that slope, and he's like he's so far gone
Once you
from
apply the logic to it, it just goes right through anything else. And
yeah. And I
Yeah.
needed a little direction. I needed a little bit of assistance.
I kept trying. Once I started hanging around libertarians and anarchists and different things, I kept trying to defend some of my last status principles.
Yeah, you still
And I
Oh,
found
yeah.
that it was literally impossible for me to defend at all if I would use the same logic applied to any other principle, right? So, yeah, that pretty much accelerated it to, total anarchist
Yes.
pretty fast.
Yep. Yep.
So Donnie Smith's really excited to see you here.
He's
so
so
that's my
pumped.
brother.
Hey, Donnie, how's it going, buddy?
Caleb Airbox. Excited. To
Erlenbach?
see-
Yeah,
Yeah.
another good guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited to have.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
you
almost
almost
pulled
lost
my
your
mouse.
mouse there. In case you see us doing any of these things, like
A
we're,
lot of hand
we're like
motions.
waving to people in the comments
Yeah,
and
we try to
pointing to
stay
people.
interactive.
Yeah.
Sure. Likely story.
So, right. Like, Mary just has this
Just
twitch where
bugs.
she's like,
Yeah.
throws up the "I love you" sign.
Non-verbal Tourette's.
Yeah, nonverbal Tourette's, right? So I have to ask, how did you get involved with Vermin Supreme and get to the point where
Oh,
you
yeah.
are the deputy
how'd you get that
manager
deep?
and social media manager for his campaign?
Yeah. So this is pretty weird, but I run several, or actually now 33 different pages on Facebook. I'm either co-admin or the sole admin of 33 pages. So myself and a couple friends started a page called Libertarians Against Compromising Principles. We had made these little they were like stamp looking things that it looked like somebody rubber stamped Liberty approved or statist across their,
Yes.
trying to call people out.
Okay.
Especially the presidential candidates of the party,
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
whether they were principled or not. So, for example, we made one for Vermin that said Liberty approved across his face.
Yeah.
So Desiree Lindsay, his campaign manager,
We know
reached
her.
out and
Yeah.
asked if we'd be interested in making memes for the campaign.
Awesome.
And yeah, some. And eventually I just kept getting voluntold different things. So, or yeah, to add to my plate, and lo and behold, now I'm a social media manager and stuff. So
Here's some new
it's been a
pages.
pretty wild ride.
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't expect it really to go this far, as far as the amount of work
Oh
of
yeah.
course.
now we're putting into it. But the campaign has grown with people, inside and outside the party, people that are well respected amongst, libertarian circles and otherwise. And it's something that I truly believe in. Vermin, of course, is a bit of an unorthodox candidate.
A bit.
A bit.
I
Just
love
a
it,
tiny
though.
bit.
I love it.
But the guy is more principled as far as libertarianism goes than than anybody I've ever met. I mean, he talks the talk, he walks the walk. You know, he lives, you know, semi off grid and stuff. So,
Sure. Yep.
you know, he practices this stuff that he preaches every single day, and he's a genuinely nice guy, and you know, at first I thought it was kind of a joke as well, but as I joined the campaign and saw the people involved and how it's evolved from I joined back in last August or September to now, it's most definitely not a fake campaign or a troll campaign. He's very serious, and you know, his positions and things have been pretty consistent for the last 20 or 30 years. He's trolled the duopoly, and that's his main thing. And what better way to troll the duopoly than to actually make a difference with the libertarians?
Yeah. I feel like Vermin is the absolute perfect caricature of, I mean, when he's out there on the streets and he has the boot on his head and he's, you know, got the toothbrush and the pony and the things that he says, he's absolutely being the perfect caricature of what politicians are, because they'll say anything and everything just to get your vote, you know. And we have been a fan of Vermin for a while, you know, like Dave's,
it was awesome. We actually did have him on the show.
We got to have him on the show, and
cool.
I mean, we talked to him for like a couple hours, you know, it was like super great. But we got to really.
But it seems like he's come along. Like I feel like he joined the Libertarian Party because it was somewhere where he could get a foothold, and it wasn't necessarily what he was when he joined it. And you feel like he's actually come along. Is this something you think that he's held these principles, or are these principles he's learned to accept as he's been hanging around with too many libertarians?
No, I mean, he's definitely been a libertarian as long as I've pretty much followed him. I don't think he maybe understood some of the platform planks and things, and what the full picture of the party libertarian party was. But as far as being libertarian in practice, he's, you know, pretty consistent with the Libertarian Party platform and principles. So I don't think anybody's really preached to him on, you know, these are the things you need to talk about. These are libertarian principles.
He just kind of does what
you need to change this viewpoint and things like that. I've never in any campaign call ever heard anybody say that to him whatsoever. So the fact that we don't have to coach him on the Second Amendment and don't have to coach him on, you know, the fact that humans should be free to migrate across borders, different things like that, really goes to show that, you know, he actually belongs in the party as well. A lot of us may take it more to the extreme, like, you know, some of us don't want a state or whatever it is, but everybody understands that we have to take small steps to get there.
And a lot of libertarian ideals like can sound leftist, you know, a lot of like liberal, you know, where it's like these freedoms where people are like, oh, he's just a liberal or whatever.
Yeah.
But really, it is one of our principles of personal freedom.
Yeah. Because when we got to talk to him, I was really impressed actually by, you know, just when he talked about, you know, peaceful keeping the, you know, like when we were talking to him, what was it about, like protests and stuff like that, you know, and how like he stands up to the police and he goes, you know, there and he reads the or
reads out the handbook
or
for
from memory,
de-escalation.
you know, and he said that that's how, you know, he was raised in that type of thing where it was just like we're not trying to create a ruckus, you know, we're just trying to stand up
trying to
and
keep people
say,
safe.
and say this is our right, and but yeah, that was really interesting to me. I liked it
because we got a comment from one of our friends. He does a more in-depth interviews with people and stuff like that. But
Liberty After Dark.
He's kind of asking about like the people that maybe Vermin rubs elbows with, and he said commies in Dallas, and it's like, I'm
Yeah,
not sure
so
exactly what it means.
he does go to a lot of, how do I want to say that? Basically, he injects himself in the middle of tense situations, whether it be like Trump rallies or, protesting police brutality and things of that nature. So, of course, naturally, he's in between people like, red and black flag,
the people that are
Antifa
there.
member, and different things like that. And essentially, if you watch any of the videos, because I also was concerned of that type of activity when I first joined the party or the campaign. And if you watch the videos, he's not really taking sides in those situations. He's essentially trying to de-escalate the whole situation. So he's making fun of, the Proud Boys, and then he's making fun of the Antifa members on this side or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So, he is a left libertarian, of course, and he truly believes that everybody should be able to live their lives in the manner in which they choose. And he doesn't want to force his, ideal upon the entire world. And that's kind of his little stick, the tyrant you can trust.
Yeah. I love it, though. I love it. Yeah.
I know all the talking points. I've studied them. Made a few memes myself. I got a bumper sticker on my car right now. He told me I have to update it to 2020 because it's still 2016.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, when we learned about him. Will you? Okay.
I'd love a new one. So you go down to the hardware store, get some numerals to update the,
That's what he said,
the situation on the ground.
There you go. There you go.
But he was so, it was interesting to talk to him because I feel like we see what the media portrays, and then if you go on YouTube, you can find what he posts, but then of course the other people post. But he says the things that I want to say to the politicians,
Mm-hmm.
like right
sure.
in your face, and he's just like,
he's right there.
Like, or maybe they put him across the street because their bodyguards have said
kicked
you
him
need
out
to
of that restaurant.
Yeah,
I love that
he's,
video. He's
like,
just yelling.
He's yelling across the street, like. But then what was the one where he kept crossing the street, the crosswalk? But it's interesting. It's exciting because it's something.
I do hear a dog squeaky toy.
Oh, do you hear a dog squeaky toy? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's
don't
fine.
worry about it. Please, we love the
yeah.
animals. Yeah.
People usually bring them on.
Yeah, if you want to bring your dog on, that's fine because everyone loves the animals. So.
I don't want to focus on vermin too much because
I want to ask actually about the now you're a co-founder of, and now is it the voluntarist caucus of the Libertarian Party, or is it vice versa? Like what's the?
Yes.
How do you start something like that?
Okay.
We're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I just got to know the Mises caucus.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. What that is. So
yep.
it's like how do you just? I'm going to start a caucus. I guess you have to be a member first.
Yeah. So, basically, we're working on paperwork right now for the government. Of course, we have to ask permission to
exercise your rights.
Be a political committee.
Yeah. Isn't that stupid? Isn't that so dumb that you have to ask to do the thing that is your right?
Right.
I hate that.
So once we ask permission to the Crown, then and they say yes, then we also have to apply in different states. We have to register basically as a committee in different states if we plan on either raising money or dispersing money over whatever. Every state's different. So, Pennsylvania is like $250. Some states are a lot more.
Yeah.
So you have to register then with each state government to be able to, lobby for candidates or donate money to different things within the political system. So we have several good guys, Donnie, as you see in the comments there. Zach Granger, Joseph, who else? There's several people helping out. We just had our first meeting last week, and the premise behind it is basically, we've used the term anarchist, anarcho-capitalist, and syndicalist, and all these words that, to be honest with you, nobody gives a shit about.
Right.
And we all, if you truly believe in whatever ideology is you're pushing, then we all should be able to essentially live together in harmony and agree to disagree, because it's the very final step, right?
Yes.
Once we completely dismantle, we all should be able to say.
Sorry, Dave's doing a thing and I got a little feedback there. Sorry, go ahead. No. So keep on going there.
Once we've dismantled the state, which, is possibly generations away, depending on how it happens, then that's the very last step, is to say, okay, I'm a capitalist, we're going to go over here and make our little community. And these guys say, okay, well, we're anarcho-communists, we're going to go over here and make our community. And we spend far too much time, in my opinion, online bullshitting about the definition of capitalism, or the definition of these words that everybody else, they get like glass over their eyes the second you talk to it outside of libertarian circles.
Yeah.
So basically it's our position that we want to just put that conversation to the side for now.
Yeah.
And start working towards our common goals, which would be, dismantling the state piece by piece. That way we can all enjoy our utopias or whatever, what have you.
Sure. Now, is that what you see? Okay, as a because there's folks who, the big igloo, or the whatever you want to call it, and just tear it all down kind of thing. Or are you are more like, let's just step by step, like let's take this apart and take that apart, and like where do you fall on that?
I definitely several of the pages I run are more of the let's burn it all down and start over type thing.
Yep.
That rhetoric only gets you so far, right? And I noticed that there was a lot of people that gravitate towards that rhetoric that are people that I don't really want to be associated with.
Okay.
So, to put it lightly. So, yeah, I don't see, if we want it happening in our lifetime, I don't see either the state getting so desperate that they basically inflict violence upon all of us. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Virginia, for example, all those people marched in protest of all these laws that they're trying to pass. The very next day, they doubled and tripled down on what they were doing. They signed the laws anyway.
Yeah.
And then they came out with some law where you can't even talk shit about them on the internet.
Wow,
I don't know if you all saw this.
No,
yeah,
what?
No.
So they introduced a law.
That's very
or
China
a potential law.
Yeah.
Right. Among other things, one of the subsections is if you're on the internet, you can't say even a cuss word to the governor or any of the legislature or the judges.
Wow.
At the state level in Virginia. And it reads almost as if they would put a warrant out for your arrest even if you're not in Virginia.
What? Wait.
I'm so full of rage right now.
It's pretty wild. Yeah,
wow.
I'm telling you. So you can see where essentially they're getting so brazen that they don't care anymore. And so I do not see it ending without violence, because I believe the state will initiate violence.
Oh, sure. They're just gonna slap
so
all
angry.
kinds of everyone has to be quiet.
It was almost like
loud.
that rally just kind of showed them like, oh look, there's thousands of them and they didn't do anything.
So
I mean, kind of.
I had friends that were there and they said, a lot of people were organizing different things. They were looking at basically recalling Governor Northam, and I believe I had read that they had close to enough signatures initially, and then Northam essentially raised the number of signatures in the last week
Oh,
Oh, what a
of
surprise!
so.
course. Wow.
Of course, that they need
Shocker.
from like 10% to 25% of the voters.
Yeah.
But if you guys just work within the system,
Yeah. Yeah, work
Yeah.
with
the
work
system will
within the
change.
system.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm so angry.
Dave is raging
It's-
right now.
Yeah, so vote harder because
Yeah,
clearly
moving the
it's
goalposts.
working
Yeah.
out for you.
Vote way harder.
Wow.
Guys
That's
aren't voting hard
so-
enough.
This
It's,
is the shit that they do. They're just like, oh, you're close to where you could make a difference, and so we're going to hurry up and just quick write in or erase or add something new.
Uh-huh.
And
Mhm.
now you can't do it now because we changed that. We see that the people are not happy,
Yeah.
so we need to change.
Liberty after that,
Ugh.
I didn't expect Virginia to be one of them. Some of them are lost causes.
Mm.
Virginia
Yeah.
just seems like the heartland of don't tell me what to do. It seems like it would.
Yeah, I mean their
happened?
flag says Sic Semper Tyrannis, but clearly
Ow,
those words
man.
mean nothing as well.
Dude.
So, yeah, it's a wild time right now in the
Yeah.
United States. The government has figured out that basically we're just going to stand and bitch,
Yeah.
and we're literally going to do nothing.
Yeah.
And so they're more than happy to steal.
Yeah.
Before they would try to sneak tiny little bits of freedom
Yeah,
and
Oh, yeah.
to steal from us. Now they're just like
It-
introducing entire acts and
just
bills.
showboating it.
Ever
Yeah.
since the Patriot Act, really accelerated.
And some
And,
people are way into it. Like, yes, go ahead, have this freedom.
Yeah, I
Have,
feel
take
safe.
it.
Yeah.
They deliver it to them,
I know.
on a pillow. Like,
And some of the excuses
Oh.
that people make are just, especially for Trump and Barr, the AG wants to basically strong arm Apple into
I've been hearing about this.
building in back doors to their encryption,
Yeah,
which
they're
if
encrypting
anybody,
too
I'm a software engineer, so I understand that the government isn't the only one that goes through those back
Yeah,
doors,
yeah,
right?
if there's a back door,
Yeah.
So not only are you pissed that you can't break into people's phones without a warrant,
mhm.
but you're putting everybody else's personal information and safety at risk
At risk. Yeah.
by trying to do this. And Trump himself tweeted a couple days ago, basically that we help China with trade or Apple with trade and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It would be a shame if we couldn't get some sort of resolution to this
Oh,
issue.
he's just looking for a
Like,
little quid
just-
pro quo.
Yeah, just
What?
blatant.
That
They're
just sounds so
blatant-
unlike him.
blatantly.
Oh, yeah.
he
Here,
does that
help
shit
us
too.
violate.
But,
our-
but,
Out there in the
but
open.
with that, yeah, I didn't do it with that other country though. That didn't happen.
It's really.
Doesn't it
just-
He's
just
a
blow your
businessman. That's how
mind?
business
Yeah.
works. It's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Of course, he's going to take it to the office with him.
Don't you like feel like your mind is blown at just how open everything is
Brazen
now,
it
where
all
they
is now,
just right in front of you and people they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Oh, the government and bow down and worship. It's terrible.
it's getting bad. You saw it a little with Obama, right? Kind of the start to worship the figureheads of our states.
Mhm.
The big brothers.
Obama promised hope and change and this and that.
Oh, yeah.
So people started getting kind of polarized and moving to the opposite ends. You started seeing kind of vote red, vote blue, no matter who, and all this kind of crap. But of course, then you have Trump, who kind of has rock star status
Ugh.
instead of
amongst his
being
followers.
yeah amongst his followers, and then of course that pisses off pretty much everybody else in the country. So it's a dangerous time because people are so divided that essentially whatever the one party does in opposition to the other party, their followers just go with it.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a
'Cause that's
total
their team.
like
That's their team.
they've made exactly they've
Just
made a
keep it going.
religion out of politics.
Yep.
Is what they've done. So and the more we're divided and the more polarized everybody gets, the easier it is for the government just to swoop in and say, okay, we can take care of this for you.
Yep.
Because we know you don't like them, and these guys do that.
Yep.
So, you know, and that's what they're doing. I mean, we see it almost daily now.
It is so.
It's the people who are looking that see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit I never read 1984, but I started getting on the exercise bike this week, and I found it on YouTube, the audiobook. And I'm like halfway through the first chapter, and I'm so depressed.
I know.
It reads like 2020.
Yeah. I'm
Or,
like, oh, shit.
2016 through 2020.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's just it's
Like this is.
Yeah. I've been watching one of my friends who also runs several pages. He told me about a new show on Netflix called Wormwood. Have you seen this? It's about MK Ultra. So
that's fun.
So in the 50s, there was a civilian scientist working in Fort Detrick, and I forget the guy's name, but basically the CIA started doing. It was part of the MK Ultra program.
Yeah, that's with LSD and stuff, right?
Yeah. So they dosed this guy, and essentially they got him to go crazy. And I haven't seen the end of this documentary or docu-series yet, but basically they got him to go crazy, and either he jumped out of a window in New York City and killed himself, or he got thrown out. I'm not sure yet, so nobody tell me.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty awesome. But then, of course, being that it was MK Ultra and these types of clandestine operations that our government engages in, even to this day, they engaged in a cover-up that lasted 20 plus years just for this one guy.
Wow.
So it's eye-opening to a normal person, the lengths that our government would go to cover up just essentially murdering somebody by dosing them with LSD.
Wow.
To the point where they go nuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally not having a good time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you might as well just fill me up with some more. Sorry, we're making drinks here. We're having
perfect.
screwdrivers.
Oh. Damn, I'm
What's more
behind then,
vodka?
huh?
Oh my gosh.
I need to catch up.
You pour some vodka in there, Dave.
For some reason, we I think we metabolize vodka well. I mean, this is tonight. I don't see the level.
Oh,
Ooh.
you're fine. We're fine.
Now, if that was a half gallon, I'd be a concern, but I think it'll be okay.
Yes. Something about the vodka. Just like, let's finish the bottle. Like, I don't know why.
We'll be dancing to music videos pretty soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You guys are right up my alley. I love it.
Awesome.
That's like it's like I've been fighting like these like people in these think tanks and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell are they gonna do on our show?
Yeah. This
Gonna
is
get
how
Jeff
we
Geist
roll.
on here and
This is we just like to get to know people, have a few drinks, talk. What are you up to? Get to know about you and share. And then the comments, people, and we share the video and stuff. It's I don't know. It's like hanging out. I feel like even though you're not like actually here, I
People
feel like
seem
you're
to have
here.
a good time.
Yeah.
I know.
So this is fun.
It's like we're having one big party.
I know. That's what.
A lot of people get pumped up like in the comments, like I got my bourbon ready for the stream tonight.
Got my
Speaking of that, I
snacks.
do need to grab a drink myself.
Yeah, go for it. Please do.
Reminds me of the John Warner streams back in the day.
Oh,
Carry us all around the house.
Yeah, carry us all over the house. It's fine.
We had a friend before we actually became like a show. We just have our friends on and stuff. And the one he'd kind of do that, walk around the house and chat with us, and that's actually when I got like a please stand by bumper, because he'd just walk into the bathroom, and I'm like, I can't have you go to the bathroom on our stream.
Right? Yeah. He felt a little
Yeah,
too
at least mute your mic.
Right.
So we got the little please stand by with the elevator
yep.
music.
Okay, so what are you drinking right now? I have to ask.
White Claw.
Oh, all right. Now I've had
the
those.
laws.
They're good. They're good. Is there
Ain't
a
no
reason?
law.
Is there a reason you're drinking the White Claw?
Because it's what's in my girlfriend's fridge.
Okay.
But
Okay.
also, I do have a trainer and stuff, so
Wow.
he puts me on a diet, and
Yeah.
I don't drink or eat a lot of sugars anymore.
Yep. I should be drinking
You know,
White
Ours
Claw.
is horrible right now.
I'm drinking,
Yeah.
you know,
Sugar juice
juice
with pure sugar alcohol.
I should be drinking
That's
the White
really
Claw.
what I would like to be drinking, but
Yeah.
White Claws will have to do, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I usually drink beer. Beer's my jam. I love it. So.
I mean, straight vodka, I guess, is the best you can kind of do besides like, Everclear or moonshine or
Yeah.
something. But
Yeah, I mean, I can do vodka and soda water or something like that. But
there you go.
that's no
yeah.
fun.
Okay, so
Occasionally I have a cheat day.
yeah, okay, so you have a trainer like for working out and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never had a trainer before ever. What
I've
is
heard
it
great
like?
things.
I've heard
learn to hate
it's
somebody in a new
wonderful
way.
and it's hell at the same time. You love and hate them. Like
Yeah, I went through a tough time last year, and just felt like shit. And so I was like, I really need to get back in the gym. I used to cycle quite a bit. I've done several 100+ mile rides on a bike, and I just went down a pretty bad path for a while, and so while I was trying to get my life back together,
I'm on that path right now.
Yeah.
That bad path.
getting it back together.
No.
Oh.
no, I need to get on. I need to get
We're
my
on the
shit
bad
together. I need to get my shit, get it together.
Yeah. So I just said, I need to get back in the gym. I was starting to get heavy and just not feeling very good at all. And so I asked one of my friends who around the Louisville area would be a good fit. And I played, football and ran track part of college and until I hurt my back and things. And so the guy told me to go to Shred Fit Academy, which the owner, he trains NFL and NBA players in the off season or has in the past.
Wow.
And different things. So yeah, it's really pretty intense.
I was gonna say this is very serious.
Yeah. I mean, I lost 15 pounds of fat in 3.5 or 4 weeks.
Wow.
And and it's a really strict diet, and the guy takes his work seriously, so
Sure.
it was a pretty good fit for me because I understand kind of the athlete training kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
And because I was one at one time, now I'm just a goofy idiot that runs around talking shit on the internet. But the premise still stands, I guess, of being an athlete.
Yep.
So
And you needed that.
yeah, it was,
Yep.
and it helps, just getting myself back on some sort of semblance of a rigorous routine. Unfortunately, I am pretty busy, and so it's tough to basically collect myself and give myself to places that I want to give because I have so much going on. Like I said before, I'm an engineer. I manage a group of engineers and things. So with my job, with side business stuff that I do and different things,
over 30
it's
pages.
getting pretty daunting.
Yeah.
So I need to cut back a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Now, do you have time for like you time outside of, the gym and all of the other things you have going on? Is there stuff that you say like, I'm going to make time for this because this is fun. This is stress relieving. I just want to go.
Making memes and talking shit on the internet was my stress relief, but
Yeah.
now it's basically become my job.
Yeah.
As I said, 33 pages, it gets a little,
I'm
and
sure.
I don't claim to make content for all 33.
Yeah.
Some of them I'm just admin on in case somebody gets banned or whatever. But, it's become more of a job. And me and my girlfriend, we do the long distance thing. I've known her for many years, but we kind of reconnected in the past this past year, and so we're flying back and forth between Indiana and Arizona and things too.
Oh
So
my.
when we do that, I try to put the phone down. I'm actually out here right now, but
Yeah.
I try to put the phone down and not talk politics and not talk, current events and things. Just go hiking, hang out with her,
Good
and
for
different
you.
things.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm sure
I
it's hard to find
basically-
balance.
it is. It's
It
really
is.
hard. And I have a son with my ex-wife, so I have him 50% of the time.
Yeah. Oh.
So
How old is
yeah,
he?
he's pretty cool. 2.5.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
yeah,
Oh my
that's a lot of-
gosh! That's
Yeah.
that's fun. Yeah. Ours are older than that now, but I mean,
Yeah.
oh my, that's fun.
That's a handful.
I
there.
hate saying it. I hate being one of those people.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm doing that lady.
That thing that
old
you
lady
hate.
thing. I kind of miss that age.
It's a lot of fun, but man,
But it's hard.
He is wild.
I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
when they're that because they don't really understand that they're going to hurt themselves, and also when they're breaking things or touching things that aren't theirs. It's
Yeah.
just they're just gung ho. Life is great. They wake up with all the energy,
Yes, they
and
do.
they're
Amazing.
go.
Imagine waking up
So
like that.
nope, I don't.
Yeah.
I wish, but not anymore.
I mean, I used to be a morning person. When I was younger, my parents said I would be up at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning, and they would hear the
Woo!
TV turn on and
Woo!
cartoons be on and get mad because I would be up
Yeah.
that early.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
now I'm not
Nope.
anywhere near that type of morning person. You can take the mornings and basically throw them off a cliff, and I would be
Yeah.
okay with it.
That's our oldest. He wakes up at 7:30 because I tell him, I'm like, dude, you cannot come. Don't even come downstairs until it's 7:30. And he's like, I was up at 6:15, and I'm like, great, your body, you need to still sleep though. Like you're growing, and he's like, I know I was so tired, but I just knew the whole day was ahead of me, and I'm like, wow, I wish I had that enthusiasm.
Right.
I feel like, oh, the whole day's ahead of me.
Yeah.
Can I just go back to bed?
That's sometimes I do try to sleep in a little bit.
Oh yeah, do it. Don't feel
but-
guilty.
It just now I wake up, even if I want to sleep in at 8 or 9 o'clock, and that's like sleeping in, right? And especially with my son, there's no sleeping in, of course. So the sleep deprivation sometimes is real, but
Oh, dude,
Oh, yeah.
I feel you.
I
Especially
have
when they're
that,
not
but it's
feeling well too. That's
self-inflicted.
oh yeah, we stay up too
I
late.
got 5 hours sleep tonight. That was pretty
Mhm,
nice.
yeah. I like
Yeah.
to hang out with Dave, like when the kids go to bed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, we should stay up and watch a movie
Yeah,
and
she
hang
loves
out.
nighttime. And I get up at 5:30 every morning.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I just wake up and I'm just like, fuck.
yeah.
That's usually my first thought.
Yeah. So it's like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, Dave, do you want to put on another movie? And he's like, I have to get up
Just
in
one
4
more
and a half
video or something. We're
hours.
watching like something stupid, some JonTron or something.
Yeah, like drawn.
Yeah, Avery and I FaceTime quite a bit, and then we'll get to talking, and I won't even realize the time, and it'll be 1 or 2 in
Yeah.
the morning,
Yep.
and I'm like, oh shit, I have to go to bed. I have to be up in
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
it's whatever. You sleep when you die, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
it, that's
Sleep
it.
when you're dead.
It's like I'll feel horrible in the morning, and then the later morning I'll be fine, and then like noon, 1 o'clock, I just want to lay
Yeah.
down wherever I'm at, in the dirty concrete, wet floor, and just take a nap right there. Like I'd be totally fine with that.
I have been known to do that a couple times. So.
Yeah.
So I'm like in a dirty shop, and I'm just like steam cleaning something, and I'm like, I just want to set this down and just lay down right here, just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd be golden.
That's just me just making kids food. Snack after snack after snack. And I'm like, can I just lay down on the kitchen floor? Oh, that's
cool.
exciting. Zach said that a page he follows shared this live feed. So
Wait,
that's,
it wasn't.
that's so
It
great.
wasn't.
Oh, cool.
My memes or my freedom memes.
My freedom memes?
We
or
gotta friend that
yeah, I
one.
don't
Oh,
know. It could have
That's
been.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
We try not to say, but
He's a cool guy.
He is a cool guy,
Super cool
right?
guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to ask your take on the whole Virginia thing, because you mentioned, about everything that they signed after, the next day. What are your feelings? Was it a success? Was it not? Is it just a toss-up, or is this just a silly question to ask because
No,
there's no
not a silly question. It's just
Make sure you follow libertarians of the most.
libertarians of the West? He means.
Autocorrect
Caleb.
got Caleb.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
It's a tough question.
if really. I'm trying to word this.
So that
That's
half the people don't hate you.
Yeah. Yep. I
Yes.
get it.
If really activism was being planned while at the protest in the because you knew that this was going to happen anyway, right? Then
Yes.
I see a need for basically showing up and doing your thing. If you just want to LARP in, a vest and carry your rifle around and act like you're to do something, I mean,
Yeah.
people were turning their guns in to walk behind fences
Oh,
to
Wait,
protest
what?
gun rights.
No.
Oh yeah, so the
There?
governor set up like
Yeah.
the governor set up a perimeter around the state house to where it was like a gun-free zone, temporary gun-free zone because of the state of emergency.
Hmm.
And so to get actually up
Turned in their
to
guns.
the state house, you had to
temporarily,
go
right?
walk through police checkpoints, turn your guns over to them, and then walk into a cage, essentially, to protest that you, or to convey the message that you're not going to turn your guns in. And you're not
You
going
have
to
to
take this
literally-
shit.
You have
Right?
to literally turn
So-
in your
Wait.
guns.
You have to turn your guns in to prove you're not gonna turn your guns in.
Right. Right.
I wonder why
So-
they passed all those other bills.
This
Right.
is confusing
So-
to me.
Just don't go in the fenced area.
Right.
Take over the rest
So-
of the city.
Oh.
Oh my
I
gosh.
I don't want
no idea
to
about
put
that.
people down that actually showed up and,
Oh, sure.
and thought they were doing something
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep.
But now we need to have a serious conversation about, the validity or how well these types of things actually work
Yes.
to people that are basically hell bent on. The guy passed a fucking, or they introduced a law that you could be extradited essentially to Virginia, from the way it reads at least,
Mhm.
if you talk shit to them on the internet. Every single one of us would be going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Fuck that dude.
Let's all just go do that right now.
No, 'cause,
Right.
I mean, I can see like
Fuck you, Northam.
yeah.
Right.
If I was at the rally, I would have loved to went to the rally. I would have loved to carry a rifle if I owned one, but I
Me
lost
too.
them all. And
Me too.
Both?
Yeah.
Why not both?
but if I
Celeste?
was there, I'm not going to storm it. I'm not going to break any laws
No.
because I got a family. It's like so
Yeah.
I
So
can't
there's-
diss too much for not booging, but
There's a fine line. I think there could have been more kind of unrest to make them a little bit less comfortable. But I mean, it was like they were fucking around the campfire singing Kumbaya
Yeah.
with.
Okay, so there
these
could have
people.
been. Everybody was
maybe a little too lovey
like
there.
everyone was too a little too chill, and there could have been
Which is cool,
like where it's
you know.
not where it's gonna be everyone shooting up the place and
Exactly.
yeah,
That's not what anybody wants. I
No.
mean, it's what some people want, I
I-
guess. But
right.
it's
but
not
I
the way
don't-
you convey
yeah.
your message just to go to a protest and start shooting cops.
Yeah,
You know what
No.
I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
It's
going to be a
not.
bad
Just-
guy pretty quick.
not cool.
You just can't do that.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't.
It's a
There should
chess
be-
game.
it is.
Yeah. Oh, a chess
And
game.
I'm honestly
I love
surprised.
that.
I'm surprised that I honestly thought that either the state would have an actor or people that are against
Yeah.
guns
Somebody.
would try to basically start something to where people got shot.
Mhm.
I mean, if you look at some of the news
A
media,
lot of people say that. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, if you look at the news media, they were essentially cheerleading a massacre there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
It's
know,
like the Joker
it's
movie
just
and everything.
pathetic.
else,
yeah.
I know.
I'm
And-
really proud that they didn't.
That yeah,
you
that,
know what I mean? That it didn't happen.
at least that gave us
That's
something to
Me
meme.
too.
a very
It
positive.
gave us an angle.
Yep.
Definitely.
But,
But
yeah.
Less than gonna
somebody
do
did
this.
show up with a guillotine, which was I saw it on the live stream and I was like, ooh, this is fun.
Yes.
So
But
Like,
why,
is that our Texas friends?
why did
No.
that get taken away, though? Why did that get taken?
so the story is actually that the guy's running for office or something in Virginia,
Yeah.
and the rally was basically over by the time the cops got a hold of it, and they had left it in the street. So the
Okay.
cops
Oh,
were
I see.
actually
Okay.
asking protesters, supposedly,
Oh,
I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly if they want the
Whose
guillotine.
guillotine is this?
Is this yours?
So I was a little up in arms about that because,
Yeah.
you know, if you're going to bring a guillotine and then allow people to take your guillotine, then
It must have
You
been
know,
a
come
shoddy
on.
guillotine.
Yeah.
let's be
no.
serious.
Probably wouldn't have did the job anyways.
And so,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
so what? You stand up and say, "Yeah, I brought it."
No, I think they
Yeah.
just didn't want to
No,
transport it back
They
home.
were, I mean, the streams that I was watching, the cops were around. It was more of, you know, kind of a protest thing. And then the guy had left it in the middle of the road while it was over. So they were essentially cleaning it up,
Okay.
supposedly.
Okay.
I can
I
see
feel
that.
like okay. So
Yeah,
what I
'cause you don't want to pack
I
that
was
back up if
scared
it's just
that,
cheap
like,
plywood.
Sure.
they were like ask somebody, we don't like your guillotine, so
But yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna,
like-
this is too much. We're gonna go ahead and like
Yeah.
knock it down.
That's
like,
what I had thought
Yeah.
when I
Okay.
saw the pictures. And I was like,
Okay.
you guys are seriously at a rally, right? And you have a guillotine.
you brought it.
Yeah.
and you were,
Why would you give
brought
it
a
away?
guillotine.
Yeah.
And you're going to allow the government not only to take your guns, but they're going to take your guillotine away
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
So,
Over my cold
There's
dead body.
you know, at some point the message
Yeah.
doesn't get across, right?
So do you have a lot of friends or family that maybe feels differently than you do? So there might be
Sorry.
like
Yeah,
some kind
Facebook's
of
horrible.
friction or static, as Bill Burr would say, static.
I,
That you know, when you talk about these kinds of things, they either hate guns or they love the government. You know, what kind of stuff do you face when you're with your family and friends in the opposite corner?
one of my best friends called me actually last night. We talked about this. That's funny you should ask. Because a couple weeks ago he called me and he was like, "What is up with this Vermin Supreme shit?" He was like, "Who is this psycho?" and
A beautiful, wonderful
Indiana's-
psycho.
he is a wonderful person. And,
He is, yes.
Oops. And so he was basically talking shit to me. He was like, you know, that's just stupid.
That's kind of the
And
point.
then, yeah, precisely. You just got exactly why I support it.
Why are you answering your own questions?
Yeah.
Wait,
Now we're getting somewhere here.
These rhetorical?
Yeah. But
my
he called me last night and he said, I actually saw you on The Voice of Liberty, which is Henry Olenko's show. And he said, what you're talking about makes sense. And so we talked for a while, and Indiana's super conservative, right? We have a super majority of Republicans in the state, in our state legislature. So basically Republicans run the show here. And so that's how you grow up. You know, and we have a surplus. We're one of the only states with surplus. So the state's not being ran into the ground. There's just a lot of bullshit. For example, our governor said he's going to wait till the feds legalize pot to make any kind of moves, including medical. You know, just there's a lot of it's like that here. We literally just were able to buy alcohol on Sundays 2 years ago or something.
Oh,
like
wow,
that.
you're behind
Whoa,
Pennsylvania.
You're behind Pennsylvania.
It's bad. Yeah.
We just got it in gas stations. We're like
Dude.
light years ahead of you.
Yeah.
PA has we've extended our hours on our government allowed amounts of liquor on weekends.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, you
don't
understand.
hate that shit?
It's
That's
conservative.
So stupid. Yeah, I hate it. Hi, Sean
Yeah,
Hatchie.
liquor stores closed at like 2 a.m. here on Saturday night, and then they didn't reopen until Monday. So
That's okay.
Wow. No, but they didn't reopen.
Oh, till Monday. I'm
Till
sorry.
Monday, yeah.
I'm like,
Till
2 in the
Monday.
morning. That's late.
So when you're like
Yeah.
you're working 7 days a week and you forget what day it is and it's Sunday and you're just
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, and then
I've
you're
done
just
that.
like,
Yeah.
oh
And
yeah.
then we got open on Sunday, and I'm like,
Luckily,
No.
I have always lived in the southern Indiana area within an hour of Kentucky. So in Kentucky,
Okay.
you could buy alcohol, at least in Jefferson County, which is where Louisville is.
Yeah. But
on
yikes,
Sundays.
dude.
So
Isn't that
yeah.
bullshit though?
Extreme bullshit.
Bullshit.
And so, but you can understand then the types of people that are around me every day.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people think I'm crazy. And a lot of people think that, libertarians are nuts because we want this and that and whatever. Heaven forbid that people actually do what they want as long as they don't harm anybody.
I know. And take responsibility for
Terrible
their own
thing.
actions.
Right.
I feel like
Right.
that is a thing that people are scared about. That they would have to take responsibility for themselves, for their lives completely. And I think that is a fear.
oh yeah.
That
Everybody's used to the safety
total
nets.
freedom means that you are responsible for yourself and there's no government net. But the government net doesn't ever really catch you anyway.
But it also creates that moral hazard where you take more chances than
Yeah.
you normally would if
Yeah.
you were responsible.
Okay.
There's always black
yeah.
markets in any of this stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
The government does something, and it creates a vacuum in which people are going to fill because it's profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insurance is going to exist for anything
Oh.
as long
Yeah.
as it's profitable.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't get insured,
So-
you made a bad decision.
Yes, yes.
I
You're
feel
a
like
very
that's
bad
happened
person.
a couple times. No, I
Yeah.
applied for insurance one time,
Oh yeah.
like health
oh,
insurance.
You got screwed. Yeah.
I got
But
screwed because
evidently
I was
there's an algorithm for
I
that.
was too honest. I said, and this was back in I think 2004, and we were married.
Yeah, but you were
and
working for yourself.
I
What is
was
that called?
working
Your
for myself.
private-
I was doing. I was a contract. I guess you
Yeah,
could call it a contractor. So, for a company, and I had to be in charge of my own insurance. So I applied, and they asked if I was taking any medicine. And at the time, I was taking Sudafed. I had like an earache and like the stationary tube kind of like issue. And so I said that, and Dave was like, "You shouldn't say that. That's just a temporary thing. It's not like you're taking it all the time.
It's not on your medical report.
Yeah.
You're just taking
Yeah.
it today. Like you're taking it for like 3 days." And they came back and they were just like, "Nope." Like,
Yeah.
now,
Nope. Like they didn't even
because,
offer you
like,
an obscene amount of money. They just
yeah.
said
like,
nope.
Oh, nope.
Oh, you're on Sudafed?
You're on.
Die
you're-
in the streets, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
With your
Hey.
Sudafed.
With your
have-
ear infection.
Thanks to Obama, everybody has
Yeah.
insurance now, right?
I know. I love saying thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. And people are like, but Obama, and I'm like, that's not the point. Like you're missing the whole point, people.
That's the joke.
If you can't shit post both sides,
Yeah.
you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I like throwing out that Trump stuff every once in a while to get those snowflakes going.
Oh fuck
yeah.
yeah. Both of them. Both.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you melt fast too.
It's all gross.
One of my really good friends who runs a couple pages that are more inflammatory type pages. He made just a hilarious meme where
Thanks, Tom.
it was like the Wizard of Oz, where the guy behind the curtain was in the fire, the green fire. There's a face.
Yeah.
In the green
Yes.
fire, the face is Trump,
Ah!
and then behind the curtain is
Oh, look,
Hillary, and she's smiling like.
Oh, even
So-
better.
It
Oh.
was- that
Trump
meme
and
has
Hillary's
gotten so many.
I love that.
So much hate. It's hilarious.
'Cause
So
if you
I
would've-
highly recommend.
So it's but Hillary's really the one behind the curtain. Don't
Because
look behind the curtain.
if you would have put Putin back there, the leftists would have loved it.
Oh sure.
Oh yeah.
But no, you got
Yeah.
them both.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you have to get them both, and he's a master of that.
Tick,
So,
tick, tick,
Yep.
tick, tick,
um,
tick.
anytime I need some sort of shit posting meme where we have an influx of whatever type of person on the pages, I just say, hey,
Oh yeah,
send me this one or that one. And
Yeah.
it's a pretty good time.
I know what you
Oh
mean.
gosh.
because for some reason I have a page, and for some reason I put revolution in the name, so I got all these Bernie bros just flocking. And,
Well, no, but
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Ron Paul days when it was,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
spelled
what-
revolution like Ron
but
Paul
they
days.
took it too.
But
They took
Yeah.
that. So
Now-
I just got inundated with socialists, and it was like I had to go to like
Yeah.
my private groups, and I'm like, I need memes. I need to
Yeah.
purge these people.
There was,
I
like-
need
like a
balance in the
month where-
force.
Dave was like, "We're just gonna go ahead."
And just like 3 days of straight just tearing into socialists. And I tell you what, I think that was the hottest 3 days of my page because they bump so hard. Like, you know how
Oh, yeah, they
reacts
do.
and comments lift up you
Oh,
your
they
algorithms.
have to talk back. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Boogaloo pages, the like actual legitimate white nationalists and neo-Nazis and things have tried to basically steal that
Yeah.
term from the
Oh,
Liberty
wow.
I'm so
Movement,
sick
of
of our
course.
shit being
Wow.
co-opted.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Literally everything fun we have.
Remember
these
when the Tea
idiots
Party
ruin
was
it,
cool?
right? So
Wow.
I do the same thing. I basically got chain banned for like 6 weeks in a row
Wow.
back in, October, somewhere around the October, November time frame.
Oh.
I was constantly banned.
Just-
So of course you have to, you know,
You need surrogates.
try to fool
balls.
Zuckerberg's algorithms
Yeah.
and getting you a few sock accounts and then,
Yep.
Oh, they
But,
get to that too.
You know, that's another big issue that I see on the pages is these types of people give us a bad name, right?
Yeah.
They're not voluntarists.
No.
They're not, even if they call themselves ANCAPs or call themselves whatever it is, they're not that. And clearly they're on the authoritarian end if they're trying to cleanse a
Yeah.
land area for some sort of ethno state or something like this. So, you know, it's hard talking to people, especially here around Indiana, that are more conservative when they see some of these people out there that are like extreme radicals,
Mm-hmm.
you know, pushing for ethno states and,
Yeah,
and
oh.
pushing for whatever it is.
I know.
So it makes all of our jobs a lot harder.
I
if-
feel that way a lot. Like it just the extreme sides of things are just so. I'm a Christian, and so like sometimes they're the extreme Christians who are like
Oh,
way
yeah.
way
I
over.
know a few of that.
And I'm like, John, please don't put me in that box. I don't want to be. I am not that person. I'm not involved with them just because I say I'm a Christian.
What's that Baptist church?
What's the Baptist church where they do the terrible?
Westboro.
Oh, Westboro. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't put me in a box with those people, okay? Like just because I say I'm a Christian does not mean. So I feel that like the same thing with like libertarian, anarchist. Like there's some that are just so whoo, and I don't want to be on. I just want peace, man. That's all I really want in my life.
Yeah,
And for everyone's life, it's just some peace. Like peace. But I don't want to be associated or like put in a box with people who are just like, yeah, we're gonna go shoot up everyone. Like I'm.
Yeah.
Nope.
The stressful thing is, as libertarians or liberty people, if you don't put yourself in that category, is we get basically attacked from all sides all the time because people understand that our messaging is pretty damn good. We support rights for all people. It's the same shit that Democrats and Republicans claim to be about, but when you get down to it, everyone knows that they're not.
Yeah.
So we get attacked from all these different angles, and I think sometimes it's for people that don't want peace or want to basically come into the party and make sure that everybody's fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Those
Or
are
what if
the
they
biggest-
want power? What if they want to have their power?
Yeah, that's usually.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
say over it instead of. I just want
We
everyone
just have
to
to
live
put up-
happily, like just
Exactly.
Be yourselves, be who you are. Let's be nice to each other, kind of thing. If there's an issue, now what is okay? So if we said there's like a utopia for like an ANCAPs or whatever, what is your vision? I mean, for our kids.
So, I don't want to promote other presidential candidates on here, but Adam Kokesh has the idea of, talks about localization a lot. Essentially that, we dissolve all the big government rulers, get, everybody pretty much agrees that they are the oppressors,
Sure.
and get down to the local level.
Okay.
So what that means to you, you can take it tons of different ways. There's different libertarian thinkers out there that, kind of combine a pseudo state with different things and what have you. But when it comes down to it, basically, I believe that without a government or, limited government, then people pretty much group up in small communities.
Yeah.
And these small communities are, without taxation, but people, for example, Liberty Memes, of course, they raise tens of thousands of dollars for charities, or not even charities, for individuals, throughout the year.
Oh yeah, with
and
the GoFundMe's and yep.
Yes.
Promoting voluntary action, yeah.
Exactly. In Indiana, a big thing is volunteer fire departments. We don't have a lot of big cities here, so most of the small communities, we have to rely on people that want to volunteer to run into burning buildings or want to volunteer.
Some people love that shit.
Dude,
yeah.
I have to
Which is
say,
fun.
like, the firefighters, like, if we're going to talk about hero action, you are literally running into a building that could collapse and kill you at any moment to save other people.
Yeah. What else I like is that they just stay there until you need them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's an awesome business.
They don't come
model.
After you.
They don't go around looking for trouble or making trouble.
Right, yeah.
Right. Like, so
that's great.
My utopia is basically a bunch of small communities that can engage in trade,
mutually beneficial
amongst each other.
Yep.
Yeah. So, say you have a group of mutualists that do something, whatever they do, and I can't claim to understand some of these philosophies because,
I don't know.
I come from the capitalist side of things, but mutualists and communists say they have made some sort of thing that we would like. So we say, hey, we're going to trade you some of our goods for whatever it is,
any of the
whatever
things.
it is you're making. And so then it's up to each individual to say, hey, I would like the road, which people do pay for. There's privatized roads here in the United States already, right?
And they're probably the best.
And they're generally, Mitch Daniels is on record. He was the governor of Indiana. They tried to run a toll road up by Chicago. They were losing money and shit left and right. Well, how do you lose money on a road that you basically don't have to do anything? But the government will find a way to lose money. So they did lose money, or they were nearly losing money or something like that. It's been several years. Essentially what they did was allow a public-private partnership where the government, our state government, collected some fee for this private company.
Little taste.
Yeah. So they essentially made sure that this company wouldn't jack the prices up and things of that nature. But the company then agreed that they would, keep the roads paved and fill potholes and blah, blah, blah. So, and then it's like that, and it's been like that ever since. And it went from losing money to the state making money, so there's all kinds of things we can start doing to undermine the authority of the state at the local level.
Yes.
And I believe
Let's talk.
Don't bust my pants.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Joel's a
Joel's-
minarchist, and then that's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like,
It's fine. Yeah.
and that's how I feel too. Like everyone who just feels
As long
that
as we're
even
heading
if
towards
government is even just a little bit intrusive or a lot intrusive, wherever you are, like let's all
As long
just
as we're going in the same direction.
we're going in the same direction. So
Exactly. So think of it as like we're on a train, right?
Yep.
There's different
Different
stops
stops for
along the way.
right,
You go ahead and
exactly.
get off
These
here.
people,
I'm going
these
to this
people
thing
will,
crashes.
Joel would get off probably long before me.
You're gonna get off there, Joel.
But we're all going in the same direction.
Because
Right.
right now the train's
Yep.
going backwards.
Yeah. Oh, the train.
Yeah, we're going very fast in the opposite direction.
Oh, yes. But you see, when I talk to people like you, when we have these moments, Michael, it gives me hope that there are other people out there. You were raised in a super Republican household. We've talked to people who were raised in a super leftist household. I don't know. Honestly, I think my parents were Democrats for a long time. Like, I don't even remember, but I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like I found Ron Paul and I was like, thank God. Like, but this shit gives me hope. I'm sorry. I'm swearing a lot right now because I've had a few drinks, but this
Half a
gives
bottle
me
of
hope.
vodka.
Like, this gives me hope. When we get together with other people, we can each teach another person about it, and maybe that'll help them, or maybe they'll talk to someone else about it. But we've all gotten here somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lost cause, right? I mean, tell me this is not a lost cause.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're okay.
I feel like when the doctor's in the NICU, it's like, I can't tell you that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we're okay,
know if
right?
I-
we're gonna
Legally,
gonna
I
get
can't
there.
tell you that.
go that far, but there, it gives me hope that we do bring a lot of people, clearly liberty memers, the meme lords of the liberty movement.
yeah.
There you go. We have by far the best memes, which
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Republicans are sitting here calling people snowflakes and shit, and we're just inventing new words out of thin air. Like,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
some of us have our own language that we've invented that people understand. So
Because we don't have borders.
The Boogaloo movement.
We don't believe in borders. Our memes can go anywhere.
Exactly. So we reach a wide variety of people because of our principles. We have a lot of left, socially left
Yeah.
principles, and we have a lot of conservative principles. So depending on the day, you can really tailor the message to different types of people pretty easily. And then once you kind of hook them, you can start to
Feed them a little.
Yeah.
just a love tap, maybe with
Yeah.
a rubber chicken or something at first. I prefer the bulldozer method.
Yeah, then we get the baton
I
out.
was thinking the rubber mallet, but that's
blow
what.
straight through it. Look.
So
No, because we have a fan
gonna say,
on
like-
YouTube that's a total commie, but he's young. So I haven't banned him because he started out hard, and then I started looking for the ban button. I told him I was looking for it, and he chilled out because he enjoyed his time here. I'm thinking we can flip him. We're just,
I think so. But the thing is, you don't really have to. If people have some of these ideologies, it's not far-fetched to basically explain to them why the authoritarian parts of it are bad.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we
Right.
agree on a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot, but
So-
we agree on things. We
so
can
if
find
you-
common ground.
Some of these people are just trolling, or some of these people don't want to listen, and you find yourself like kind of just talking in circles.
yeah.
Those types of people, I just don't.
No.
It's what it is. I'm not
Yeah.
going to waste my
No,
time.
waste
I already
the time.
have almost no time
Yeah.
as it is.
Because they win no matter what.
So,
Yes, because if you waste your time on them,
Yeah,
then
they win.
They're win. Yeah. So you just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just say, respectfully, I disagree, and
Yeah.
and
Let's agree to disagree.
probably less nice terms normally.
Now,
But-
do you believe in memes and spreading the message then? Like,
Sure, it's brought. I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of so a lot of people don't know some of the pages that I run, and especially people from around here. I get On some pages, they're more inflammatory. I get a lot of death threats from different people.
We only had the one.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I'm not very well liked in neo-Nazi and, authoritarian communist circles and things of that nature. So,
Yeah.
In order to protect my family and things, I don't advertise what pages that I run.
Yeah.
But shit, what was I going for?
I forgot.
Caleb is he says that you're a boomer, but he's just joking.
I am a boomer. No. Oh, I think I know where I was going with that. So, back to the message. So, as long as you're not just a total piece of shit, then I'm willing to hear you out. And I try to basically tailor then the liberty message to their concerns.
Oh, that's
because
a good idea. Yeah.
A lot of times I talk a lot about guns and different things like that.
Sure.
Oh, it's all right, Toby.
Sorry about the death threat.
Yeah,
I'm not really going to burn down your house.
No, it's actually a surprising number of death threats that I get.
It's a surprising number. Not
it's cool.
that.
Whatever. Just fuck around and find out. I'm telling you right now. Come to my house, you're gonna
you're gonna be sorry.
Yeah. So, the message is easily, it's easy to meme because people really do want freedom. I found, not some state security, and it's easy. Memes are, for people this generation that has the attention span of a walnut.
Yep.
So it's a good way to spread the message initially, or at least get people interested in the movement. And then you have to be willing, once you hook a few people with the message, you have to be willing to spend some time and explain coherently and without getting upset. I know that's hard to do.
Yeah.
But without getting upset at, hyper statism.
Yeah.
Things like that. So that's the goal is we're never going to get anywhere if we just fuck around in amongst our circles and bitch about what the definition of capitalism is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get out there.
Like, it just looks stupid, and nobody outside of our circles really gives a shit anyway. We have to be able to tailor the message to them and put, shelve the economics and property rights debates.
Yeah.
They can go on, but you have to be willing to basically not write people off just because they think something different than you on a certain term.
Yep.
That's so true.
So,
because
we don't do that well.
Yeah.
We're
it's
very...
like, you don't believe all of it? Well,
You're
then
not
fuck
principled.
you. It's
Right.
like, you don't see eye to eye on everything, but they might see eye to eye on something, and you can kind of
that's your foot
bring
in
them
the door.
in. Yeah, that's your foot in the door. That's that little way that you can talk to them about other things. So,
and whether you're a proponent of violent revolution or some sort of peaceful means, either way, you have to be able to coax people to your cause.
Sure.
If you're a lone ranger and you decide you want to kick the boogaloo off,
you're gonna look like that one.
Have at it, bro. Yeah, just run in.
You didn't do too well.
Yeah, no, that didn't end
I
well.
made a huge mistake.
And that's what it is, right? And that's a perfect metaphor for any of it. Not even, get rid of the violent revolution part. It's a metaphor for anything that we do in the liberty movement. You can't run in by yourself and expect to get anywhere. And that's what turned me off, especially with the Libertarian Party, is that everybody just bitched. And I could see, anybody from the outside can see that this shit is not going anywhere without some form of unity. There's people that are putting people down just because they support a certain candidate. There's people that are putting people down just because you know, they might have followers that are on the left libertarian or you know, whatever the
Yeah.
spectrum shit. I don't really understand, but
It's
so if you fraction yourself into 1,000 factions, you're never going to be cohesive enough to do anything as a political party.
Yep.
Ever.
So
ever.
Ever.
You might as well relegate it to being a boys, you know, some sort of boys club or, you know, private country club.
Yeah.
And just shit post all day about politics and then bitch amongst each other, because that's what it is. You know, it's just stupid. It's just, and it's really tiring to see sometimes, you know, these types of people that claim to want to grow the party or claim to want to spread the message of liberty that don't include people just because of who they're associated with, or just because, you know, maybe you don't agree on two things, economics and property, out of all the things,
out of all of it. Yeah.
So and you have the idea that these types of people could never be in the Libertarian Party. You know, it doesn't really, first of all, it doesn't really matter if you call yourself a party if you just continue to do the same thing, and you know, not promote unity within the party of some sort. You know, libertarianism, we're, you know, kind of the free thinkers and the doers and the activists and type things. You have to be able to bring these types of people together for a cause if you want to advance the party's message.
Right.
And right now, I don't see a lot of that happening. I see everybody still bitching, which is the reason why I went from Republican and just skipped straight to fuck this shit.
It's over
yeah, bye. So, you know, I'm giving it a shot. I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Good for you.
Instead of bitching online about all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm trying this voluntarist caucus to see if people are receptive to the message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's my hope that, you know, I'm not saying we need to stop talking about these different things. I'm just saying it shouldn't be our number one priority.
Yeah.
And especially it shouldn't be our message to people outside of our circles, because most of these people don't understand what we're talking about anyway.
Yes.
Right?
Now, the voluntarists, like, do you find that people are like, oh, what's that? Or,
it's a very new term to the...
You know, what does that mean?
Yeah, because...
Do they ask you?
Yes, it's a good word to use for people outside of our circles.
Mm-hmm.
And it eliminates the total negative connotation and immediate brick wall that goes up when I say anarcho-capitalist or anarcho-communist.
Or even libertarian.
Because no matter what, you attach anarcho to anything outside of our circles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost nobody understands what we're talking about. And they're like, oh, you just want to basically see society burn.
Yep.
That's not what it is.
Trash cans and break windows.
Exactly.
So
even though I do like a good dumpster fire,
sure.
I wouldn't set one in my community.
Those are fun. Those are super fun.
Yeah, we actually, like, some of our friends and stuff, they talk about that a lot. Some of them are ditching libertarian and NCAP altogether just because...
I'm sorry, I have to pee.
Go ahead. Just because it gives you, you know, that fresh start where you can talk to somebody and they'll actually ask rather than assume what that means. Because there is a lot of preconceived notions.
And I've found that there's a lot of people that call themselves ANCOMs that couldn't tell you the first thing about anarcho-communist, theory or anything like that. They don't know really anything. It's just a cool buzzword that they're trying to co-opt basically from people that actually understand it. And then, so you have people like the tankies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who run around there. I've actually been told that I would be murdered if they got their way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And same is true on the other side. You have people that say, I'm going to throw all these people out of helicopters.
We joke about
You know,
it, but
yeah, and I've made the same jokes.
Yeah.
You know, right?
but you don't really
But
mean it.
well, no, I'm just kidding. um, no,
We'll see.
right, right. So, if you're an authoritarian, in my opinion, you can all get yeeted out of a helicopter, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, but you have these people that don't understand really what it means to be an ANCAP, or what it means to be a anarcho-syndicalist, or some of these cool trendy buzzwords
Yeah, I don't
that
know
we're
half of
throwing
them
out there on the internet, and it gives each group a bad name, and it makes it so it's very hard for each group to communicate within each other, or amongst each other, right?
Yeah.
So if you use voluntarist, and I know that word even has a negative connotation, but somehow
Yeah.
people have
I haven't
fucked
heard
it
that
up.
one.
But you have to, or if we use the word voluntarist, then we are able to use a word that a lot of people haven't heard before.
Yeah.
We have to be able to use a word that we haven't used before, that gets people's attention, that doesn't automatically have a negative connotation. And once you explain we're really for some sort of voluntary free society, that's a much more positive message than just, there's a lot of hate, I know. There's a lot more positive message that gets spread outside, which is required for us to actually make headway in the movement. What if we all want the same thing? What if there are more people who want the same things you want? They're even told. What if they want it without being told? What if? Yeah, exactly. What if? There's always what ifs. We have no idea.
I feel like voluntarist is also a very more specific word. It's harder to misconstrue or co-op, for nefarious
because
reasons.
you can't say some of these groups that we see co-opting, like especially I'm going to pick on ANCAP because that's where I come from, and we have a lot of trash on our side as well, and people are free to think and do what they want, but there's certain groups of these people that have given us a really bad name amongst, even within the Libertarian Party or libertarian circles, and it makes our message much harder to spread, when these types of people are essentially able to steal our badge of honor and wear it in our name out in the public. So, voluntarist pretty much describes anybody in any of the groups of people that I talked about, if they truly believe in their ideology. So it's a much easier message to spread.
What about so I was gone for just a couple minutes, but I want to
catch your comments.
When people say, like, do you ever get the but what about my roads comments? People are like, what about schools? And like, you don't care about the children in the schools because you don't want to have the government you don't want to have the government be involved, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, the government needs to get the hell out of schools and out of the roads and out of everything. How do they not see? But I don't know how to explain it. So what do you say to people when they ask you about, what about all these things that these
occasionally I talk shit.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
but what I would say is, basically, if you're in a small community, and we see it every day with pages like Liberty Memes and their community and things like that, is that people are willing to donate small sums of money to causes that they believe in, right?
That's right.
And so, for example, I paid an exorbitant amount of money in taxes last year, or got stolen from me because I don't have the option. My company withholds it
You could go to
you know,
jail
one way or
though
the-
if you wanted to. You could just not pay it and go to jail.
I could,
Or
but
resist and die.
Hey, yeah, there's so many options. Options. Like you can opt to go to jail.
yeah. So the goal is to show that the people, you know, the things that they do,
Hi, other person.
the things that Liberty Memes does, and stuff like. Sorry, there's.
No,
That's
that's
okay.
fine. Dude, that's
I'm,
the life we
like,
live. No,
Trying to word this correctly.
that's fine.
The things that Liberty Memes does and other groups of people like that show the world that communities can work together, pool together resources in order to help these people that are dependent already on the government. So in that case, you know, I believe, and that's where I want to take the voluntarist caucus, is to start showing that libertarians actually care, because that's one of the biggest things that I hear is, you know, we want to eliminate welfare, we want to eliminate this, we want to eliminate that. We don't want to eliminate it. We want to eliminate the state monopoly on it.
Yeah.
And that's an important distinction that I think needs to be made.
Yep.
And
that's it. It's just that we believe that other people will come up and step up
especially
and help.
if we get 50% of our income back.
If it's not stolen from us. So people will show up and step up and help brothers and sisters in their community. But it's, I don't know why people are so, I don't know, just gung-ho about the government. Just
If they don't
they're
provide
neat.
it, nobody will.
If they're not the ones to do it, then who will? Like, are you shitting me? Like,
we've been conditioned. We're conditioned to think that, you know.
True. That's true.
The government does a good job, and the people that have interest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
Those
Interesting.
claws are kicking in.
if I was drinking beer, okay, Michael, let me just say this real quick.
Oh,
Let me
yeah. It's
interrupt
just
you.
like,
Burps left and right for
If
Toby.
I was drinking beer tonight, watch any other stream, and I will burp every 3 minutes, and I will say Toby, because they're for Toby. I burp for Toby, so don't feel bad about burping. You're fine. So go ahead. We've been conditioned. We've been
we've been conditioned to believe this lie, and the government does a good job of doing this and spreading basically that type of propaganda. And they also have major players, you know, in the private sector that also help spread that message and condition people as well. Not to, you know, and of course they run education, so it's very easy for them to basically condition entire generations of people en masse and make sure that they believe that the government is the only one that can build roads.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they're much better at propaganda than making
I'm
roads.
like, wait a second, but who are the people that actually build the roads? They're people.
Usually private
that
contractors.
build the roads. They're people.
Private contractors.
Humans.
Yeah.
But
that
we're
can
good
be
with
paid,
people.
But they can be paid by anyone. Why is it that the government has to be the one to do it?
Right.
And has to run
Because
it.
they're the only ones that can use the law to claim land to put the
yeah.
roads on.
Right. I want to start a company that's just all private roads. We build towers on top of the current roads.
Let's do it.
You know, everybody
Drive-
just drives over the government roads
Over
and say,
everyone.
hey, fuck
And
this.
we get there like 85%
I'd love to see some
faster than everyone else.
because we're in like one of the snow capitals of the world, so we have bad roads because of weather.
Yeah.
I just want to see
Yeah, Indiana.
advancements,
Yeah.
some kind of advancement
Right.
in roads, not
Well,
patch and fill every year.
They have you know, incentive to basically make their asphalt mixes and things so that they will break down quickly.
so they can patch it next
And
year.
yes,
create jobs
because
so they can have
charge
jobs.
the government whatever they want.
Yeah.
They can charge the government
It's a
whatever they
jobs
want
program.
and pay it.
But wait, so like I'm just this is what I do. I
Vodka's
get
kicking in.
I don't know how to like handle this is why I don't watch the news.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
get mad. I get so angry like how are we going to change this? How are we going to change this, Michael? How do we change this? Because it's so infuriating.
So another, I'm going to plug Vermin again one more time.
Do it, please.
The biggest thing we have to do is reach children with our liberty message before they get totally set in their ways. It's hard to change the mind of somebody that's my age or older, because we've already grown up in the system, and we've already seen the propaganda and the lies, and most of us believe a lot of that. Right. So Vermin does a good job of appealing to the young generation of people that maybe they're not voting age yet, but they're supporting people like Bernie Sanders, and they're supporting people like AOC and this and that. But it's a very easy transition between supporting Bernie and supporting a libertarian candidate, because the only thing that's missing is essentially authoritarianism and robbing people of money.
Yeah.
So, if Bernie was president, then everything's a human right, but we're also paying 90% in taxes. Yeah. So
right.
Is it really a human right, or are you just taking my money and giving it to everybody else?
I'm just dying inside a little bit right now.
Now I have to get back to Vermin, because everybody knows his planks of dental hygiene, zombie power,
and the monkeys, right? Is it the monkeys that
obviously a pony for every American.
Pony.
Now, what if it, like Christian asked earlier, what's the end game? What if it really happened? What does he have a hidden agenda beyond ponies?
No, it's not hidden. I mean, it's on his website. So he has the satirical agenda, which he uses, and he's been doing a very good job as of late to kind of slide in and out of that persona.
Yeah.
Especially at debates and things where there's more proper decorum than
so he started
than normal.
Because I've never seen him slide out, other than like we had him on, and it was really neat to like see him, other than the character. But on YouTube, but on YouTube, all we see is the character. So he does in public settings.
In public settings, especially right now, while he's campaigning and running a serious campaign this time, he's really doing a pretty good job of trying, because one criticism is that people aren't smart enough to get the satire or the so
I was gonna wear one.
You're pulling a Democrat here and talking down on people when that's not the case. Mm-hmm. People understand where he's coming from, and in fact I've had several people from here in Indiana say, fuck it, this guy, he's mocking the system in a fun way. For me. It is.
Oh yes.
But it's in a fun way. It's not stuffy politics.
Yeah.
You don't have to wear a suit to be in politics. In fact, the vast majority of the vast majority.
I mean, people voted for Trump. I mean, holy shit!
Right.
Yuck.
we have an orange. I call him Mango Mussolini.
That is brand new to me. That is delicious.
I drooled on myself.
Yeah. So
he's got to compose
we have Mango Mussolini in office, right?
And
people say that we're the joke.
Yeah, I know, right?
So the joke is the government, and it's the joke that young kids can see pretty easily. That I've found, working with Vermin and on the social media team and this and that, it's very easy to draw the comparisons between shit that the government does and just asinine things that he comes up with,
and tweets about.
But there's seriously people out there that say this is his platform and he wants to give a pony to everyone and all this kind of thing. They're not forward thinkers. Vermin has been doing this for many years, but he's been doing it in trolling of the other two parties.
That caricature of
Right. Now that message lines up perfectly, or mostly, with the libertarian message, right? So how do we get young kids involved that don't go to the other two parties and become lifelong Democrats and Republicans?
You gotta catch them first.
You have to be able to reach out to them. He started a TikTok 2 months ago, and he has like 8 million views. And these people are, these kids are, it's crazy, isn't it? It's
TikTok.
It's a stupid thing, but
you gotta get out there.
I've lost
You gotta
so many
do
hours
the thing.
on TikTok.
You gotta be on this
gotta
the
keep up with the
social
kids.
media platform where the young kids are.
Still haven't figured out Snapchat, but I'm trying to.
I cannot
trying to stay relative.
These damn kids.
So there's all kinds of ways to reach out to these kids, even though they're being held captive. You know, the Democrats and Republicans, they have captive audiences. We really don't, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, I think Vermin, we'll just end one war and you can have like 50 of them. And so can everybody else. Yeah, vote harder. Maybe you'll get a formula.
I want to ask about the voting thing though. Like,
he does have a TikTok, Aaron. We've seen it.
What are your thoughts on voting? I mean, like, Vermin's running, so he needs votes, and there's a lot of a lot of
anti-voters who don't want to encourage the authoritarians.
Not, and voting. They say voting only allows government to have further reach. So what? Hi, are you smiling at me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can see your face. I can. You're doing fantastic, but I can see Nightmare.
Thanks. There. Oh yeah, no, Nightmare's here. Nightmare is when Day Mary's had too many drinks. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. We should have warned you. We should do.
We did warn him.
No, it's perfect. I've seen a couple of your shows. Some of your shows.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be
voting.
Sure. Okay.
Voting. How do I put this?
Here's some.
No, it's okay.
One of our friends says a lot about self-defensive voting.
Yeah, so voting, if you're voting for real, every person should have a say in, whatever it is they think that they're voting for, right? So if you think voting represents you in some way in the government, then by all means.
Okay.
If you're voting just to piss off another faction,
voting against somebody,
yes, then you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing everybody else a disservice.
It is, seriously.
Yeah, and even though we have a republic here, you're essentially turning it into some sort of mob rule pseudo republic, where you're pissed off enough at the other faction that you just have to vote for this guy, even though, Mango Mussolini wants to fucking, wiretap everybody and ban encryption and ban gun parts and do everything
Hillary
else.
ain't in office.
So if I take my vote, and do what I want with it, like I go to the poll and I just write in Vermin.
It's the first step.
Like, I feel like it's mine.
I've written in Vermin a few times.
Yeah, and we force them to print that out on the paper.
I love seeing it on the front of the church.
On the church door, where it says like who people voted for in the write-ins.
Vermin Supreme for County Controller. Yeah, whatever. Maybe you'll win.
So if I'm going to take my vote, everyone says, "Oh, your vote matters," and okay, then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it where I feel like it belongs. Yeah. And that's.
Like Joel Romeo just made Mango Mussolini into an IPA.
Oh boy!
And he totally described the shit out of it.
Shit! I will.
I have to read it because it's
gosh.
delicious.
Wait, I read it because I want to.
Mango Mussolini is a New England style IPA with lush tropical fruits notes, fresh squeezed orange juice, pineapple, and fragrant cut grass on a palate. Columbus, Citra, Mosaic, and Chinook hops give this beer a bittersweet 40 IBUs that balance sweet fruit characters with stronger the flavors of citrus and mango. Oats adds a silken mouthful, giving the beer a full and nice round finish.
Wow.
Well done.
I'd probably drink it though.
I want to know, Joel,
It
did you
sounds-
make that up, or does that thing actually exist? It's like
Oh,
copy
gosh.
squad stuff.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
Nope,
it's a thing.
Michael, you're doing fantastic keeping up with us. Holy shit.
No,
you
he-
came in and...
No, mango mussolini is a real thing. He just linked it.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
gosh, what? Is it really?
It's a
Wow.
drink,
I want to drink it, but I also feel like I can't drink it because it's...
Yeah.
but it has his picture on it. So
I know,
okay,
but
so
it's an IPA and I will drink it.
it's real.
Michael,
Yeah, I
we're
never heard
sorry.
of the beer, but that's funny.
This
No.
is how we do.
Yeah, we're after midnight now,
perfect.
so it's
Yeah,
Ooh, is it?
it is.
to
Okay.
us.
Our
Yeah,
time.
it's getting
yeah.
late here,
So,
too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess my message is to, if you're going to vote, then vote for ideals and things that actually line up with your own personal beliefs, not
Yes. Principles,
No.
not the color.
exactly
Of the party.
principles,
Yeah.
not politics,
Yep.
or whatever it is. So, in the end, our government doesn't have consent. There's no consent involved in anything our government does, voting or not. You're not consenting to the things that they do. Everybody, just like Berman, he promises outlandish things, right?
Yeah.
Our
Who
government
doesn't?
actually does
Yeah.
that, and then once they get into office, they do completely different things.
Totally.
So, and they don't.
How do
Yeah.
they do that though? It's like we have the internet now. We can record everything
Yeah.
all of them say. Yet
And nobody
people,
cares anymore.
No, nobody gives a shit that we come back and say like, "Oh, Trump or Obama or Nancy Pelosi or any of those bullshit people said this." They're like, "Well,
That's
like,
the
that's the
change.
indoctrination."
That's the biggest.
Ugh.
It's just it's insanity because, especially Trump has done a good job of controlling a narrative of fake news and things like that, right? So if you use articles that actually take his comments, even with video, they automatically decry fake news.
Or it's taken out of
You know,
context or whatever.
If you watch C-SPAN and I give you a video that's uncut, that's just sitting
Yeah.
in the fucking Oval Office while he's making
We're
a
just like,
speech,
"Hey, you
it's
know
not
what?"
fake news. I hate to break it to you, it's just not.
No, all the
So-
context is there, bro.
Yeah. So
Oh
It's
my.
just- we have to make a fundamental shift in the way politics are played in the United States.
Yes.
And the first goal is basically to spread the message.
Yep.
And get as many people, to think as possible. Because right now people aren't thinking.
No.
And
Nope. I
so
feel like they're just
that's
going.
really the message.
They're just going with the flow. They're not thinking. And when they're forced to think, they feel like nervous. Like, wait, that's different than what I was taught.
Yeah.
Their whole lives. It is. So
It's not scary. It's not, people's views change all the time as you get older, or,
That's true.
as you experience life or whatever.
mine changed.
So-
yeah.
I have been guilty as well of being extremely closed-minded, even now that I'm kind of at my final form of whatever it is, my ideology. And it's tough to, if you have something in your mind, it's tough to coherently, go out in the world and spread that message and then explain it to people that don't agree with you. It's easy to live in an echo chamber. It's a lot harder to put yourself out there.
That is-
Yeah.
I don't
So-
like to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, we kind of did. I mean, 5
Here we are.
platforms.
Here
But
we
nobody's
are, like,
coming.
but-
It's like,
But I
I'm
like to
out there.
learn. I'd like to learn. So
Yeah.
if someone comes in and wants to like tries to fight about something, I'm like, whoop, nope.
we can have a conversation.
We can talk about it. Let's talk. Like, teach me, and I will listen.
Mhm.
But it doesn't mean
Tell me
I'm
where I'm
gonna,
wrong.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
All right, we should
Definitely.
probably
I-
wrap this up a little bit,
I'm-
though.
I'm willing to hear and learn, but I'm not. I feel like I am where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how can we help with your voluntarious? Uh,
Yes. The caucus,
So
all the stuff that you're doing.
yeah, we have a website that I'm building. It's not finished yet. Currently, like I said, we're kind of on the first steps. So we're filing for permission from the government to be a legal
yeah.
political committee.
Did you hate that?
And once I will be posting updates on the Voluntarist Caucus of the Libertarian Party page, as well as in the group. Our meetings are always 100% open and transparent. So if we are asking for input and we have a meeting such as that, then everybody is welcome to join. Give us your ideas and things of that nature. So next Sunday, there will be a meeting. I'll post it on the page. I'll provide you guys with details afterwards.
Please.
But, right now we're kind of in the organization stage of everything, what we want to accomplish. And we're going to do it kind of stepwise. So the first step is basically becoming a recognized political committee.
Yep.
The second step would be to start getting donations and things and pinpointing different charities or groups of people that we want to start helping and going to events. I've been talking with David Gay.
Oh, good.
Which you guys know.
Yeah.
And he's been extremely helpful in different aspects of this. And so, it's not only just throwing money around, it's going out in the community.
For sure.
And, feeding homeless or, doing canned food drives or, any possible type of, direct action, charity, activism, or what have you.
Yeah.
We want to pinpoint these different areas and find where people have specialties and start getting into the communities that are generally overlooked. The best way to, in my opinion, to spread the message of liberty is to go directly to the people that are always overlooked by the parties.
Mm-hmm.
that talk who's David? Yeah.
Oh, that's Andy. Andy's just Andy.
Yeah.
He knows exactly who David Gay is.
He knows. He's just saying that shit.
But the parties always pander. The parties always pander to these people, but then they're dropped
then
like
they
a
don't
potato.
pay attention to them. Yep.
And they're understanding this now.
Yeah.
So they just don't understand another option.
Okay. Oh,
so it's
good.
our goal basically to go out and tell them that, hey, we're here from a party that actually cares.
Yep.
That wants, maybe not in the traditional way of, offering you more money from the government, but we can offer you this, this, and this.
Yes.
And that's kind of the message that we want to spread.
Yeah.
Even
so
more
I will
than, yeah, even more than what the government does actually do for them,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's important, in my opinion, if you want to spread the message that the government can be eliminated from our lives, to show the communities in which we live that it's possible, and we're doing it with 100%, voluntary donations and volunteered time and things of that nature.
Oh, please, yes.
So next Sunday there'll be another meeting. I'll give you guys details once I understand more.
Yep.
But yeah, if you'd like to get involved, message me on Facebook. I'm a goofy ass dude with a very good looking girlfriend in my profile picture that says Vermin and Spike 2020.
You did all right.
And people can message you directly, Michael?
Yes, message me directly.
Okay.
Facebook. Of course, with 33 pages, I'm on there quite a bit. Or
respond.
You guys have me on Facebook. You can point if somebody asks you. You can point them to me, Donnie Smith. I don't want to drop any more names, but there's other people, and I can direct you to whatever resource that you
Sure.
need that's helping me with this project.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Please keep us in the loop on what's going on. We want to share it. And we'll share it on our page. We'll share it all over the place.
Yeah, once you guys get established, come back and
and please come back on and keep us posted on what you're doing and what's going on.
Do you have anything else that you want to promote while we're here? I mean,
I don't think so.
Many people.
My girlfriend, I traveled 3.5 hours to see her, so I think.
Yeah, time to go spend some time.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Tell her we're sorry for keeping you so long.
No, it's fine. She knew I was doing this, but
okay.
You know, as I said earlier, I try to. You know,
log off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to be with her. Go be with her. But come back.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Message us. Let us know what's happening. Thank you, Michael, so much for coming on tonight. This was great.
This was a good conversation.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, this was so much fun.
I'm very sorry that I was a little late.
No, I'm very sorry that I was a little drunk. So.
Shit happens. Thank you guys very much for having me.
Thank you, Michael. Have a good evening.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I did get a little toasty. I did get kind of. I didn't mean to.
That's what I have to do. End call. There we go. Make that go away.
I did get toasted.
Yeah.
That was fun though. Oh my gosh! Like that was, wow. Oh man, see, he's just like.
Okay, before everybody else logs off.
Don't anyone go anywhere.
We want to talk about the Live and Learn Free and SFL conference.
It's Students for Liberty conference. It's happening in New York City next weekend,
Saturday, February 1st,
okay?
9 a.m.
So
it's free.
February 1st, it's free.
You get to New York City, get to rub elbows with some big people.
Yes, I'm super bummed that we cannot go. We were trying to go, but it turned out we cannot go.
Cannot fit it, but
we cannot make it happen. But that's okay. That's okay.
But I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
The only way to guarantee a freer future is to protect and expand upon the things that we have gotten us this far. Free markets, speech, and minds give us the resources, capabilities to live freer lives. Join us as we hear from Liberty greats, law professors, academics, authors, and more in the Big Apple. Professionals far and wide will be making appearances to speak on panels, participate in debates, answer questions, and deliver an unforgettable lesson. World-famous economists like Cato's Ian Vasquez, Ayers Edward Stringham, and Alec's Jonathan Williams will discuss the pressing policy questions of our time. Campus free speech experts from across the political spectrum will debate on how to preserve and expand this essential right. We've got big name and libertarians like former candidate for governor Larry Sharpe and accomplished liberals like former ACLU president Nadine Strossen, and influential conservatives like Heritage Foundation's Arthur Milik. Did we mention the whole thing is moderated by Liberty Memes?
That's the thing, guys.
That's the thing. The whole thing is moderated by Liberty Memes.
Hell
Register for this free event today and kick off your year with us. Sorry, guys.
Damn it, I want to go so bad. It's just like this chunk of money that we don't have.
So if you go to the page, if you go to the event, look for Live and Learn Free. You can find it on
Students for Liberty.
It's on our page. If you go to Liberty Late Night, I've shared the link a while back. Go check it out. Give it some love.
We want to have that. We want to have him on, don't we?
Who?
How do you say that?
Barrett Boy?
Is it Barrett? Barrett? How do you say it? Tell me.
Was he on what's his name show the other day? Was that the guy? Because I saw him on there.
I don't know. Was it him?
Smith. No, not Smith.
Well, Patrick. That Disenthrow. Yeah. Also, did you guys see the video? Fuck the government. His name is Brandon. Okay, that might not have been
Yeah, Brandon. Oh yeah, I was told to bring him on.
Yeah, no, we need you. Holy shit!
I wanted to strike while the iron's hot, but we had this week booked, and now next week's booked.
Well, maybe we'll just do it in between the week.
And it doesn't matter. We can just bring him on whenever, because if he's an interesting person, that's what we do in our show.
Go. I
was thinking about doing a wide open Tuesday show.
I hate when I do the Trump, but then I was so fat.
All right. Anything else? What else is going on?
Yeah.
Liberty Memes $5 Club.
Yeah, charity club. Yeah.
What's the name of the
Go to
group exactly?
Liberty Memes $5 charity club. Liberty Memes $5 charity club. $5.
We're doing
You have to
big things there.
You have to
Yeah.
spell it out. $5.
Can I copy the link? Oh, can I do this?
Oh, can you?
Let me see.
I don't know. We'll see. Did
Let's
you
see
do
if
the
that
thing?
works.
Tell us if it's a
I
thing.
guess it's a search. It's a search result.
All
But either way,
right,
it's
yeah.
Liberty Memes
Yep.
$5 charity club.
Yep.
We're doing huge things. $5 a
Mm-hmm.
month, and we got hundreds of people in there, and we're changing lives.
Yeah, thousands, 1,000 people, over 1,000 people now. And if we all just give $5 to one charity every month, just
Changing
one
lives.
charity, just one.
We're gonna make like
know?
professional commercials for this stuff.
We are. Did you find the
She
cheese?
did not look
I
for
did
it.
not look for the cheese. I need to go look for the cheese. I don't really leave the house a lot. I'm sorry, Aaron. I don't leave the house a lot, but maybe tomorrow I'll find it. Am I going anywhere tomorrow? Am I leaving the
Tomorrow's
house tomorrow? Is the fundraiser?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
get some wings.
I miss you. I miss you, Toby. I love you, and I think of you, and I pray for you.
Have a good night. Yeah, we should.
Life is stupid. Life is crazy. I'll say that. Life is crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, it's crazy weird. But yeah, have a good night.
You will be on Donnie.
Yeah, yep. Just want you to know I love you, Toby. Seriously. Okay. I do.
Why don't you marry him?
Well, I think
Jeez.
about him, and I say prayers for him. So,
That's
comments
exactly how
freezing up on
it's gonna go
Facebook.
down, Andy.
After party time, Mary gets some snacks. Dave pee in the sink. All right, Andy's telling us what to do, guys. We gotta go. Donnie, you're coming on.
Some point.
We need to have you on. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Gotta put you in our calendar.
Yeah, let's get you in our calendar, Donnie. Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
Yep.
Get snacks.
We'll
Love
see
you guys.
Anybody outside of Patreon, we'll see you next week.
We're
or
going to Patreon right now.
whatever.
LNPM for anyone.
Who knows? Follow the page. Make sure you have. Okay, no, we're going to promote. We're going to do this because we never do this. Okay, you're following the page. Make sure you look in the options there and make sure you're seeing all the posts that you can possibly see. If you're live watching this right now, there should be 3 little dots up here. If you click on them, if you're not already subscribed to the page, subscribe to the page. And if you are, then it should give you the option to have live notifications turned on. That way you'll be notified when we go live. Maybe not right away because Facebook's garbage. And I'm talking to 5 different platforms, but if you're on Facebook, make sure you click those 3 dots. Make sure you get live notifications to know when we're on. If you like what we do and you want to encourage us, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Liberty Late Night. We have groups. We're very interactive on Facebook. Look us up on Facebook. We're all over the place. LLN community group. You can really get deeply involved. You can be there when I wake up in the morning if you get deep enough. For real. Some of these people in the chat, like we're 24/7 just hanging out.
Dave's like, hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning,
but seriously-
gamers. Seriously. There's chats.
There's chats. There's chats. Oh,
But you got to
boy.
be in our inner circle. You got
I
to
need
kind of
water.
You got to kneel your way in. But anyways,
Ryan Cipher, yeah, that's a twice-baked microwave potato.
potatoes.
Right? Andy's telling us. Mary gets snacks, Dave pee in the sink. It's time to go.
Let's finish this bottle of vodka.
Michael, thanks for coming on. I see
see
you
you
here.
came in.
Thank you so much, everybody.
It was a great time.
Yeah. Stay tuned for what is going on with Michael Hackman. He's the co-founder of the Libertarian Party Voluntarius Caucus, and Donnie Smith also is involved with that. He's going to come on sometime and talk with us.
Love that picture.
It's going to be a ton of fun. I do. Brandon Beal, amazing. Yes.
Every Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's
I'm
not a
not
surprise.
usually-
Don't
I'm-
act like you didn't know.
I'm not usually this toasty. Honestly. Like, I try to be good
Everybody's like,
during
"Oh, you
these
streamed
interviews.
last night?"
Like,
We've been doing this for over a year.
Yeah.
Every Friday night, like clockwork. I don't think we've missed one. We missed one. We did it on Saturday.
it was a Saturday instead of a Friday.
Yeah.
'Cause I had an earache.
Why do I have to keep telling you people this?
I don't know.
Just kidding. I love you guys. This is your show. You guys
It's
are
your
the-
show, guys.
The whole reason we're here is
Yeah.
to talk with you and hang out with you guys.
Let's go to the after party
Let's go
and
to
see what you guys have to say. I'm excited. Love y'all.
Nice.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series, I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number one, but you India, you lose, so best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done, cause we only just begun. I review you, zero vibe is gone. So come on, T-Series, looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series just with themselves in their pajamas. So who the hell is Bob and why you wanna kiss him? Ew. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just dark magician. Oof. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 90 rolls of worlds to hold your defecation. Oops, Multipatlo, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it come from a mumble rap community. No papa, yes papa, Johnny. Now download the sugar and let's throw this fucking party with some bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just wet in their pajama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. You got a population of 1.32 billion, but most your videos can't seem to hit even a million. Subbot!
I am just a man until I put my badge and uniform on. At that point I'm right and you know you're wrong. And we don't get to choose which laws I enforce and you obey. I'm sorry it has to be this way. You don't know how many times I ask myself why. I give you a lawful order and you just don't comply. But if you just stop resisting, I would not do this thing, It's not murder when I do it, but why'd you have to put me through it? Sorry that you're dead. When I said start walking backward towards me on one elbow, you couldn't do that for me. So what can I do now? I'm not worried about the investigation, but I had no plans for this paid vacation. It hurts me so, I just don't know why people keep on talking trash. I'm just trying to protect and serve and maybe grab some cash. But if you just stop resisting, maybe stop and listen, yes, you died in our altercation, but I'm the real victim in the situation. If you just stop resisting, I would not be listening, It's not murder when I do it, but why'd you have to put me through it?
Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush and you're ready for next time.
Magic Potty Baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Magic Potty Baby and her Magic Potty. No water, no mess. Batteries not included.